Yo, what is up? Welcome back to our stream. And today I'm gonna be doing some reactions. And why is this glowing, bro? Okay, I clicked it. Let me quickly pull up my little stream on this other monitor. Quickly. This other monitor. Oh my god, bro. Just Alright, so you saw the title. I'm bad at making thumbnails at this point. I'm too lazy. It's just like the third or fourth stream in a row with reactions that I've done something with cops because like in the thumbnail title because it's super easy. It's like, oh. But we'll get to that later. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the Deceptive World of Ghost Kitchens. I've been wanting to watch this for like about a month now, and it's like just haven't gotten to it. I don't know anything about ghost kitchens. I don't eat out often. I wish I did. No, actually, do I wish that? I don't know. I like I'm in the process now of trying to motivate myself or get myself to actually start trying food. That's not just, the standard stuff. I mean, the place I'm gonna name would be Midwest America, Midwest specific areas, so most people would understand. But Culver's, Portillo's, it's like the main two places, and Chipotle are like the main places I go to consistently if I eat out, which is very rare. But I want to okay, I don't know if anyone cares, but basically what I'm trying to say is I want to like diverse out, so you know I want to go to places like Wendy's and see what the hype's about to expand my knowledge. But ghost kitchens, I've never dealt with any of that. Nope.
2020s have progressed. Delivery apps like Uber Eats, Postmates, Grubhub, and DoorDash have exploded in popularity. And if you use these apps frequently, you've probably had an experience just like me since COVID started. You're not in the mood for anything particular that night, so you scroll through restaurant after restaurant looking for something that'll catch your eye. And one restaurant finally does. But not because it's what you're in the mood for. It's because something about this restaurant feels off. The app says it's 0.1 miles away, but you don't recall ever passing this store or seeing its storefront. And the pictures on the app don't look like a local restaurant near you. They almost look like stock photos. Even the restaurant name doesn't seem
Yeah, by the way, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I'm turning off captions. They're too distracting in my opinion. I've never understood why people use like what was it called? DoorDash and all that. It's like, dude, you can't be bothered to drive out and get your own food. Like, dude, they're all. I mean, I get like if you're ordering from like a restaurant, like a sit-down restaurant for off DoorDash. Okay, that's understandable, I guess. But bro, we live in a time where people are DoorDashing fast food. Why? Fast food is already fast. Like, I don't get why you need to. I don't know. I mean, maybe in some cases, oh, McDonald's is super far away from me. Okay, yeah, maybe I understand that. But like, dude, it's like I don't get why people use DoorDash because it's super overpriced. Unless you're rich, then it doesn't matter. But I like, a lot of people that you hear about like having completely like overpaying for a stupid mediocre meal anyways.
A local family restaurant, it feels like something that would be on a neon sign in a white millennials taco restaurant. Something like Taco Bout It, or Love Tacos, or You're Tacoing Me Crazy. Now some people might already be aware, as I was, of what these restaurants are. But when I decided to make a video on it, the rabbit hole kept sinking deeper and deeper. So today, I want you to follow
I
me
forgot about Beast
down
Burger.
this rabbit hole of food and restaurants. But I must warn you, it's sticky. So bring a baby wipe or some hand sanitizer.
Okay, I don't like how you use the word sticky. Am I the only one who hears the word sticky and instantly just thinks of the worst case imaginable? I can't be the only one. And I don't even like this. I'd like to say I'm a clean man. Like, I don't think really weird stuff often, but sticky, I don't, I'm just, if you know, you know, okay?
Or stand next to the sink and keep washing your hands.
9:12 on your Monday. From Postmates to Uber Eats, even Grubhub, more people skipping eating out and bringing the restaurant experience home. But how that food is prepared is getting a big change. More competing
Alright, am
companies.
I delusional, or these two guys basically look the exact same? Yeah, I'm probably delusional. I mean, they actually... Whatever. I just... Why? Wow, it's crazy. They got two of the same people.
Companies are now teaming up using ghost kitchens to prepare your meals.
Now, what is a ghost kitchen? Well, the definition can be a little bit broad and too general because the business model is very new and ghost kitchens come in a few different forms. But in YouTuber fashion, I have the Google definition. So apologies, I'm gonna sound for a second like a 8th grader giving a book report. The Google definition of a ghost kitchen is a business operating from low rent or non-commercial premises that prepares food ordered online for delivery directly to customers, which is a true definition, but also doesn't sound like anything specific to me or give me a clear picture of what their business is. However, as I've been researching this video, I've boiled down ghost kitchens coming in mainly 3 different forms. Some take place in something called a virtual restaurant kitchen, others make their food in mobile trailers, and some are in existing restaurants.
Wait, what's a virtual restaurant kitchen? Okay, well, I guess we're gonna learn. All I know is, because I just remembered, I do know a little bit about ghost kitchens, and it's so weird to think about that this is a feature, but basically, like, Beast Burger was, like, taking place in random restaurants, and it makes no sense, because, at least for Mr. Beast, why would you do that? Because, as if I was Mr. Beast, why would you do that? Because you're basically making it so the quality of the food is not going to be the same for everyone, and it's going to be based off the quality of that restaurant. And if that restaurant has a problem, like, I don't know, there's health hazards, and you're cooked. Why would you rely on other, I mean, just, I don't get it. I don't understand. And who makes it? Do the employees that already work there? That, like, the chefs have to make other food that's not even on their menu? That'd be weird. I don't get it.
But I want to start with virtual restaurant kitchens. So a virtual restaurant is a restaurant that exclusively sells through delivery apps. The actual building it's made in is a virtual restaurant kitchen that houses many virtual restaurants. And nothing showcases one of these places better than this TikTok I found from a guy named Clayton who is delivering for Uber Eats.
So this is what is called a ghost kitchen. It is a select set of restaurants that are featured. The food's cooked here. As an Uber Eats driver, you come up here, you select your restaurant. Mine was supposed to be Drunken Dumpling, and then my
That's
order
honestly
was,
pretty cool.
Omar here. And what's crazy is, then for right now, I'm waiting. There's your order board, and then once that's ready, one of these lockers will unlock, and the food will be ready.
Whoa.
And this will become our future. I mean, it's already our present, but this will become like all food. Great. Yay, future technology.
Now, there are definitely cases of one person owning a virtual restaurant kitchen, but these places are mainly owned by tech startups. So there is a chance that a pizza place that you get delivery food from and a Chinese food place that you also get delivery food from are not 2 separate restaurants, but one kitchen owned by the same company. But I started to...
Oh, so it's kind of like Pepsi when they own, like, a bunch of different I see. So it's basically just one company that makes a bunch of different food, but tries to... I think I understand, like, they try to have, like, a bunch of different, like, supposed restaurants, but they're all just from the same place, owned by one company. Okay.
wonder how common these places actually were. Could I find one near my neighborhood? And I did. I won't be showing the address, but I sat down at my computer to look at delivery apps until I found a specific address that had multiple restaurants in it. And if you look here, as I started to go through just Uber Eats as an app, I started to find that this address had a lot of restaurants in it. If I were to ask you what you thought a lot of restaurants running out of one kitchen would be, it kind of depends on how familiar you are with ghost kitchens and virtual restaurants. So you might be thinking, I don't know, 2 is a lot of restaurants.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, 2 or 3 is crazy, bro. And he's gonna say some wild number. I'm gonna guess probably 20. That's probably what I'm gonna guess. If he does say that, I'm gonna be completely shook to the core because that's outrageous. I honestly, no, the virtual kitchen thing, I'm a big fan of it because, well, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I think it's a lot better than the other methods because, I don't know, it's just like, the quality control is a lot better I'd say, and also you're not relying on other people. Like, I don't know. As a like, if I was making food, like the quality would just be better, basically, because you know what you're getting into. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't actually fully apply. I just think it's a better look though for a customer, in my opinion, because you know what you're getting into. Actually, no, because if you're ordering online, then you have no clue. Yeah, actually, I don't know.
Potentially 4. Could it be like 5 or 6? So I counted the individual restaurants on Uber Eats that came up for this specific address, and I found 10 restaurants running out of the same kitchen. Does that sound like a lot of kitchens to you? Because if it doesn't, I lied. There are 20
Okay, so I was actually right. So this is proof, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna say a joke because I'm not gonna be serious when I say this, but I should be a gambling man. Like, if it was an alternative universe, I would have gambled on that. But for me, I'm a sane person. I don't gamble on dumb stuff. People be gambling on crazy stuff. The worst part is, see, I already have the gambling mentality stuck in my head. What if I gambled with someone $100 that was gonna be 20? You know how much money I would have gotten? $200, bro. I mean, but like, it's like I should have gambled now, but okay, I don't even gamble, so it's useless.
Restaurants running out of this one location. And if you're thinking to yourself, that's not that many, I lied again.
Oh.
There are 30.
Okay, so I should not have been a gambling man. Okay. What's this? Get rid of this. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what to say, but I don't care.
Restaurants running out of this single location. And one final time, I lied again. There are 44 restaurants on Uber Eats.
How can you have 44 restaurants in one kitchen, bro? Yeah, never mind. I don't know. That's ridiculous. Wait.
All share 4 restaurants.
How are these different? They're literally showing buy one. No, there are different things because they have different names. You can see by the blurred text the length of it. They just reuse the same images. Wow, okay. I guess that's okay.
On Uber Eats that all share this one address. And you have food places ranging in completely different cultures and food types. There's a dim sum place, there's a curry place, there's burger places, pasta places, pizza places, chicken and waffles, taco places.
So it's going to be basically like a school lunch cafeteria.
She started looking at individual menus in this one location and finding that some of the items looked really similar. So I picked a random item from one of the restaurants that was featured here. It's a restaurant called The Codfather, and I found a beer-battered cod sandwich for $16.95. And right here it says...
Okay. Yeah, you better be getting fries with that. There's no way. I forget, we live in a time period where a sandwich costs $17. That's ridiculous. There's no sandwich, in my opinion, that is worth... I shouldn't say that, but there's very few sandwiches that will ever be worth more than $10. And I'm talking a sandwich by itself, because sandwiches... Yeah, they're great, but like, bro, like, you need to have something else. And the fact that avocado is $3 and bacon is $3... Wait, why could I scroll down? Wait, what? That was always a feature? When you're in full screen, you could scroll down? Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Okay.
As in the description, it is a beer-battered North Atlantic cod, slaw, red and white cabbage, lemon herb aioli, and a brioche bun. So I looked at another obvious choice at the same address, at Sunset Beach Fish and Chips. And would you look at that? There's a...
Alright, yeah, we're getting scammed.
Same address, at Sunset...
2 pieces of fried cod plus fries. $20. Really? And you're telling... Oh my god. That's the... You know what's even bigger of a scam? Okay, so 3 pieces of fried cod plus fries, right? That's $5 more. Okay. Which implies... Let's do the math. That, I don't know, maybe one piece of fried cod is $5. Which, okay, I guess that's reasonable. So that means the fries plus the ranch is $10. Okay, yeah, that's a problem. That is ridiculous. Yeah, no, these are all overpriced, bro. One cod, three shrimp is $20. I guess for the amount of food, like yeah, but I'm not even a fry person. That's the problem. I don't know.
At Beach Fish and Chips, and would you look at that? There's a beer battered cod sandwich for $16.95. That is a beer battered North Atlantic cod, slaw, red and white cabbage, lemon herb aioli, and a brioche bun. Interesting. Two separate restaurants on Uber Eats, appearing to be completely separate businesses, selling the same item with the same description
I didn't even notice.
for the same price. So I looked at another place that had a beer battered cod for $16.95, same description. And I looked at another place, and another place, and another place, until I had filled up my cart with 9 identical beer battered cod sandwiches. And I'm going to go with Chrissy to pick it up at the same exact location. That's right, we're gonna drive to one kitchen to pick up the same sandwich from 9 separate restaurants. By the way, the sandwich is $16.95
Yeah,
for just the sandwich. So I'm about to pay.
No fries, no beverage. Yeah, no, that's a scam. That has to be the highest quality sandwich of all time. Which at Beth, I'm gonna be honest, it's a red flag if you have more than 10 kitchens in there that make all this different type of food, because most likely the chefs, if they are even chefs, are probably not really like great because they have to make such a huge variety of food, so they don't specialize in one thing. The best kitchens and the best restaurants are ones that where the people who make the food specialize in certain things. That's the reason why when a lot of times when you go to a restaurant that has a large variety of options, it doesn't taste fantastic. It tastes average.
Hey, what's that times 9? I'm gonna do it in a calculator. You can't force me to do math off the top of my head. I could have done it now, but I need to find my phone. All right, so if I just do the quick math on here before fees are involved, I will be paying just $152.55 to potentially try the same sandwich 9 times. So
Why?
Chrissy and I
Yeah,
started the
why would
drive.
you
It
do
took
that?
about, I don't know, 20 minutes to get there. God, that was beautiful. When we pulled up to the restaurant, it had the name Chibo. What confused me is that when you look it up, Chibo is a local restaurant in LA. It's been open since 2002, I believe. But when you look on Google Street View, the storefront used to say Virtual Dining Concepts, which is one of the startups in the ghost kitchen industry. Now, to be honest, as we walked up, I was a little bit nervous because I don't think one of their regular employees would care, but I also doubt somebody has ordered from 9 different restaurants with the same.
Yeah, I used to be one of those people who'd be like, oh, I'm gonna order something weird. Oh, it's so awkward. And you realize, bro, who cares? Like, you have to realize when ordering food that you, most likely, if you just act normal, you will be forgotten in 2 seconds. And, like, if you ever, like, if for my example, it's like, oh, I ordered, like, a cod sandwich, bro. Like, who orders that, bro? And where I live, at least, it's ridiculous because I don't live near an ocean. Right? It's like, oh man, it sounds stupid, but like when I was younger too when this happened, I was like, oh my god, it's embarrassing. And then you realize the people don't care. They might think about like, oh, you're weird for 2 seconds, but like in this case, it's like, oh, you're nervous to go in because an employee might think of something about you for 5 seconds and forget. Oh, cool.
Item. The order kind of makes it obvious what I'm doing. So I walked up to him and said,
Hi, we're picking up for like 9 orders under Eddie.
and the guy was like, oh yeah, no problem. Do you want me to put it all in one bag? Is that okay? So we waited for a little bit. Here's us waving, just in case we're saying hello to you, specifically watching. We're waving to you. And then finally, we got the order.
So
I gotta get home.
it seemed so casual. They did not care that we ordered from 9 different places and it was the exact same one.
So we drove back, bags in hand, left bag hanging lower than the right
By
bag.
the way, why would they care though? I mean, why should they care? I'm just saying.
But before we bust these bags wide open, a quick word from our sponsor. Thank you all for coming to this press briefing today. As many of you already know, I am now the President of the United States.
What?
Because Joe Biden lost to me in a wager match of Overwatch 2. Now that I'll be
There is no way he's sponsored by Overwatch 2. I don't believe that for a second.
traveling and doing business all over the world because I'm the new president, our sponsor today, Babbel, is perfect. Babbel is one of the
Okay. Jump ahead. By the way, this is a nice feature. jump ahead feature.
States. Now back to the video. When we got back and I started to unpack them, I noticed that all of the packaging was the exact same.
All right,
Oh wow,
so
how
let's start with
surprising.
just 2 of them. I've got the rest of the packages right here, but they also weren't labeled, so I have no idea which 2 restaurants these are from. This could be the Codfather. This could be Sunset Beach. This could even be Burger Bitch. First
That's
one
a place?
is in this wrapping. Here's the. I mean, it looks good.
It looks good.
This looks like a good fish sandwich. These are 2 different fish sandwiches from 2 different restaurants. Legally, I do not want to say that these are the same sandwich, so I won't do that.
What? You can't say that legally? Why?
That covers me. The bun feels cheap for $16.
Oh yeah.
It's good.
Oh my
I know-
god, okay. If I say, yeah, I'm just gonna say whatever. I absolutely just show them. I hate people who cover their mouth when they're chewing. Oh my god. I don't know why, it just bothers me so much. Like, dude, everyone chews. Like, dude, it's not like... Okay, if you're chewing with your mouth open, by the way, also that's a huge red flag. He's not doing it, so I'm not gonna be angry about that, but I'm just saying, if you chew with your mouth open remotely, you're just evil. Like, that's just one of the most evil things. I don't know how people find that satisfying. Like, to be like, ASMR, chewing loudly. Like, what? It is the most repulsive thing I've ever could possibly think of hearing.
It's good. I now know what this fish sandwich tastes like.
Yeah, I mean, that does look good.
Legally, I don't want to say that this is the exact same sandwich, but my taste buds are saying this is the exact same sandwich.
Then we decided to take every single sandwich out to show them all at once.
What we are looking at here are 9 sandwiches from 9 restaurants.
Bro,
All-
okay, this is ridiculous. He went overkill with this. He spent over $100 on the same sandwiches to prove a point. Like, he could have just bought 4. Like, come on.
claim to be different businesses when you look at them.
And I decided for science I was going to take a bite of every single fish sandwich and give a thumbs up if it tasted similar to the last one. Now, as I've aged, I don't do as well with greasy foods, specifically something like a fish or chicken sandwich. And I can't tell you the toll that this took on my body later that day. I didn't even capture it. I was tired, things happened in the bathroom I will never
Oh.
speak of ever again. But I will say that my opinion was these 9 sandwiches tasted exactly the same to me. But I think it's really important to mention that this restaurant is taking up 44 slots on delivery apps. They
Yeah.
are competing directly with small businesses, some of which are owned by families. Now, I don't know if Chibo the restaurant owns this or if Virtual Dining Concepts bought Chibo to use their name as a brand, but would you be surprised to learn that there is another Chibo within 4 miles of the one that I just
Damn.
showed you? And together they take up 77 restaurant slots on Uber Eats. So whether or not Chibo is its own new company or just a front for Virtual Dining Concepts, I want to take a second to talk about VDC. Virtual Dining Concepts, or VDC, is a major ghost kitchen company. And when you go to their website, they have a collection of brands that they work with. You have Mr. Beast Burger.
FaZe subs? There's no way that the FaZe clan actually made subs. I do not believe it. Wait, and Beast Burger's still around? Am I the only one who finds the Beast Burger logo so repulsive? Why is there just stuff dripping all over the place on a burger? That is ugly. Also, the blue? What is that supposed to be? And he probably, like, hired people who thought, oh yeah, this is gonna get everyone excited. Like, what? No!
Which we will talk about later. You have FaZe subs, which finally answers the question, can my sandwiches just be made by gamers? But as I was
Oh my
reading
God.
the brands, something caught my eye. NASCAR Refuel. So I clicked on it,
What?
and it opened up NASCAR Refuel Wings, and you could go right to their website. So clearly, NASCAR Refuel is a NASCAR-themed ghost kitchen that sells primarily bone-in wings. Now, if you go to the full menu, you can see that they offer 5 flavors. We've got barbecue, we've got honey garlic, we've got sweet chili, Cajun, and buffalo. My tummy's already rumbling. Is that a magnitude 7 earthquake in California? No, that's just my tummy for NASCAR wings. They even come in this fun little NASCAR box so you know the food's gonna get to you fast. So then I thought, if VD's...
You know what I really gotta try? I've barely been to Wingstop that often. Wingstop, or what was the other one? Buffalo Wild Wings? Bro, they're basically the same place, I'm pretty sure. I know one of them's going out of the business, but I gotta try one of those places. I need to try their wings with blue ranch, or no, it's blue cheese dip, or whatever it's called. I just want to try that, dude. I've never had it before, and it sounds so great. Like, oh, blue cheese. I'm a big fan of cheese, bro. I need it. But I don't even like wings like that. I don't think wings are that great. Like, the amount of meat you get out of it, it's okay. Like, I don't know, and it's usually spicy. I don't know. I must be the only one who hates wings. I don't hate them, but doesn't like them.
VDC can let NASCAR make a unique wing place. This place can't be that bad. By the time food arrives to your table at a restaurant, the people who have made the food have already jumped through a ton of hoops. The person who created the business already had the idea to create a restaurant, either paid their own money or got a loan from a bank to get the building rented out. They then had to hire people, make sure everybody was trained, make sure people liked the menu, cultivate a successful business, and pay the bills every month. So maybe this could be a good way to not gatekeep recipes with how much influence you have or how much capital you have to open up a restaurant. Maybe this will be a great way into having people try new foods. VDC has another wing place right there called Wing Squad. Wing Squad is a buffalo wing themed ghost restaurant that serves primarily
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be the same ones.
bone-in wings with flavors like barbecue, honey garlic, sweet chili, Cajun, and buffalo. Are these the exact same fucking wings?
Okay, so I got
Oh my god, he
NASCAR
spent money
refuel.
again? This guy's
So I
crazy.
was going to immediately cut to ordering NASCAR Refuel and Wing Squad to eat them both and see if they tasted exactly the same. But when I filled out both my orders, I went ahead and ordered NASCAR Refuel. And when I tried to check out with the cart for Wing Squad, they told me that it wasn't available in my area. So now, instead of proving a point for my video, I just have NASCAR wings. The only thing I care about is if they come in the cool box. I will be so mad if they don't. Yes! Here are the wings. They look pretty good, to be honest. I'll give it to NASCAR.
Like, just look at those wings and tell me that there's a lot of meat on there. You can't. There's not enough meat. I don't know. I don't get what the appeal is. Yeah, look how little meat is on that wing. Now, I'm not saying that those wings are bad. I'm just saying wings in general are just trash because of how little meat they have.
It's good. It's good. I never said the Ghost Kitchen food is bad. It's good. I scared the neighbor's dog.
But I want to get back to VDC's website because they seem to be the leading brand in working with content creators and celebrities to create ghost franchises.
Hi, I'm Robert Earl, a fellow restaurateur and the founder of Virtual Dining Concepts.
A ghost franchise is when one of these companies utilizes virtual restaurants and ghost kitchens around the country to instantly start up a national brand. So you pretty much snap your fingers and you have a fast food company across the whole country.
These brands offer you an A to Z solution. All you have to do is choose the brands, the great celebrities that are going to become...
No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way.
Is choose the brands, the great celebrities that are going...
Tiger bites? Okay. Alright, yeah, this is crazy, bro. There's no way Tiger has his own alcohol. Who is gonna eat that? I don't even know. I'm at a shock of words. If you know who Tiger is, bro, he had one of the biggest fall-offs of all time in music history. And, like, I don't really know anyone who claims to be a fan of his music remotely. I don't know.
going to become your market partners with you.
And to get a look on how these ghost franchises start, we can look at the page on their website that advertises to creators that want to work with them. So this business model is advertised as a new way to connect with fans. Oh my god, I didn't know it was for the fans. So step one is to create your vision. They give you a more intimate and experimental way to connect with your followers. Finally, I can get intimate with Mr. Beast by shoving a Beast Burger or Carl's Deluxe down my gullet.
Wait, that's actually what they look like? Oh.
Mr. Beast by shoving a Beast Burger.
That looks like the driest piece of meat. I mean, even the cheese looks dry. I don't know how you accomplished that.
Or a Carl's Deluxe down my
And that just
gullet.
looks repulsive. Ew. Oh, I don't
just
know.
absolutely gargling Beast-style fries. Then you work with them to create a menu. I would assume it's more so like, hey, you want to sell pizza? Do you want to sell pepperoni or sausage? Then they say to market the brand, to use your social following and platform to connect with your fans beyond merchandise. Use the food in your content. See, guys, it's about connecting to fans.
To be fair, if I was a massive influencer, this would actually be a good idea. The reason why I say this is because, you know, food is something that people can buy infinitely. When I say this, I mean, unlike, you know, most products like toys and stuff, it's not a one-time purchase, at least for most people, because once you build a reputation of being good, people will come back, and so it's a great way to make money because it's constant. It's kind of like having a massive song that's number one in the world. Well, not that level, but you get the point. Where it's like if you're a big artist and you have a lot of songs, you know, you get a lot of revenue just over every day. It's the same if you have a massive like following and you make a good food because people will be there.
This is not a soulless way to cash in on your fans by selling them food that you didn't create, okay? It's not about making money. So let's see step 4. I gotta stop getting tricked by corporate speak. I thought Mr. Beast wanted to be intimate with me. I can't believe.
Let's be honest. Okay, I'll be honest. I mean, I know he's joking. But like most corporations and companies, they claim that they have best intentions for customers. They never do. It's always about the money. That's at the end of the day. It could start off where it's like, oh no, we care about the customers. At the end of the day, eventually leads to just we want money.
How confusing this ghost kitchen stuff is as a consumer. Because a few minutes after filming this, I got an email thanking me for my order from Mr. Beast Burger. The thing is, I didn't order from Mr. Beast Burger. I'm doing that later when I talk about Mr. Beast Burger. So I looked at the address in the email and it happens to be the exact same address from where I got my NASCAR refuel wings. So they just thanked me for ordering from a completely different restaurant. And when I looked up the address, it just gave me Universal City Walk, which is the big mall outside of Universal Studios Hollywood. It didn't even matter.
Oh, by the way, this is... Oh my god. Oh my god. I love this place, bro. Universal Studios is easily that's the number one place I want to go back to. I'm gonna be honest. If you have money and you have time, like a week, I would recommend taking some friends or family and just go spend time at Universal Studios. It is easily my favorite place I've ever been. Has some of my favorite rides of all time, favorite experiences of all time. There's just nothing that compares. Problem is it costs money. So. I know if I had enough money though, I definitely would immediately bring a bunch of friends along.
Match up with one of the restaurants there. It just looked like a vague point on one of the buildings. Did they make my wings
Ghost
in
Kitchen
Universal
in there though is
Studios?
crazy.
Did the Minions make my wings? It seems like VDC can't even keep track of their own virtual restaurants. But if you're a content creator or a celebrity that thought it would be a cool idea to open up your own fast food brand, that doesn't inherently make you the devil. I mentioned 3 types of ghost kitchens before, and one of them is existing restaurants. Now these restaurants can be major chains or small businesses, and running these virtual restaurants out of a small business might help them keep the lights on. That additional revenue could be a lifesaver for them. The thing is, as I've been looking up stuff for this video, I would frequently get so lost trying to keep track of all the virtual restaurants. It would be hard to count how many virtual restaurants are in one location or where a virtual restaurant was located. Sometimes I would look up Mr. Beast Burgers in my area, and when I went to the street view, they just didn't exist and also didn't have an address listed. And that's when I started to think, if I'm spending all day just trying to locate certain restaurants, how the hell are they doing health inspections for these places? And that's when I stumbled on an article called "Do You Know Where Your Chicken Wings Come From?" by the Boston Globe. The article centers around the challenges that ghost kitchens have added to health inspection agencies in Massachusetts. Frequently, it seems that health inspectors in Massachusetts will find out during the health inspection that they're running multiple restaurants out of the same kitchen. Lexington's health director Joanne Bellinger even said it's like smoke and mirrors or a shell game. We licensed this particular restaurant, but on the side, they're running 6 or 7 other things. And they're constantly getting surprised by this because the article states no one knows how many such operations are running in Massachusetts or nationwide, as there is no central entity that tracks them. And when health departments can't track where food is coming from, it makes it near impossible to track where a foodborne illness starts. Some defenders of virtual kitchens might say, well, if you have a kitchen that passed a health inspection, what's the harm in adding a virtual kitchen? You already passed.
Well, that's a dumb point. You know why? Because it's not that simple. Dude, does anyone remember the McDonald's situation? You'd imagine McDonald's has been around for many, many years, obviously. You'd imagine they've passed hundreds of thousands of inspections perfectly fine. And then suddenly it became bad. For like a week or two. So my question is, just because something passes an inspection. Also, you don't, oh, by the way, inspections are inspections. They're not in-depth. I don't know for sure, but I'd imagine a lot of them aren't in-depth looking for everything wrong. They're just glancing. So, there you go.
But what if your new virtual restaurant menu adds an allergen that your original menu didn't have? You now need to be inspected again to make sure you're not cross-contaminating and feeding somebody something they're allergic to. And not only is the FDA struggling nationwide to keep up with this technology, in spring of 2022, Needham's health department encountered a Thai restaurant that the department had closed for repeated health violations that then opened up as a virtual Thai restaurant under a new name. And this isn't just Massachusetts. ABC7 Chicago discovered something similar in their reporting.
But what if your food comes from a restaurant with health violations? The I-Team found restaurants with some of the most serious violations. The Buffalo Wild Wings on 513 West Taylor Street near the South Loop houses the ghost restaurant Wild Burger. The restaurant had recent failing inspections with violations including 100 fruit flies throughout the
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm sorry. That's pretty bad.
establishment and no soap at a hand washing sink. In follow-up reports, the
Oh my god. You know, it's like, that doesn't sound that awful until you realize if there's no soap when someone's inspecting, the odds of there being no soap more often than not is a lot higher.
restaurant fixed violations and passed inspection.
It's really just a snowball with ghost kitchens because this problem also opens up a new problem, which is major restaurant brands pretending to be smaller businesses on delivery apps to get more business from you.
Look at, okay, dude, I'm sorry, dude.
Pretending to be smaller
That is some of the worst cut pizza. What is that? Why is their cheese just mingled? Oh, dude, it looks like they couldn't even fit in the box. Like, what?
Delivery apps to get more business from you.
Next on our list of fake-ass restaurants, you can tell. Look at the graphics. It's obvious. Super Megadilla and Thrilled Cheese, those are both IHOP. Both of these have the same address and it's IHOP.
I want to know is how the fuck am I supposed to eat that as a fucking quesadilla when it's a full-blown fucking avocado and a full-blown fucking chicken tender.
I can't believe that IHOP would do this. Surely
That's
no
crazy.
other major brands have done the exact same thing.
Maggiano's Italian Classics. This comes from Chili's. It's Just Wings also comes from Chili's. Tender Shack comes from Outback Steakhouse.
So I guess we have a new problem to worry about. Sometimes the virtual restaurant isn't even real, and sometimes I guess now it's Chili's. I've been researching for this video for around 2 months now, and I feel like I'm going crazy. Because anytime I'm confused or I see something deceiving and I pursue it, I get even more confused and sometimes even more deceived. However, there is one thing that I am certain of. Every single day, I have researched or filmed or gone to get food from one of these ghost kitchens. One virtual restaurant will make itself known at least once. A ghost franchise that is so popular that any YouTube-addicted 12-year-old would know the menu by
Mr.
heart.
Beast Burger.
In this story, I'm the beauty, and this restaurant is...
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Mr. Beast Burger is one of, if not the most popular Ghost franchise in the United States. The Ghost franchise was created by YouTube's golden boy and Elon Musk reply guy Jimmy Donaldson, aka Mr. Beast.
We will be spending 24 hours in this insane asylum.
I built 2 massive circles and put 100 boys in one and 100 girls in the other.
I am not eating any
I don't know, something about the way he the
massive circles and put 100 boys in one and 100 girls in the other.
I don't like the way he said that. It just felt like really fake. I don't know. I can't stand it. I don't watch his content, so I really shouldn't say I can't stand it. But I just can't stand the thumbnails. I can't stand, you know, just everything about it.
I am not eating any food for the next 30 days.
The reason I've waited so long to talk about Mr. Beast Burger is because it utilizes all 3 main forms of ghost kitchens, including trailers. Ghost kitchen trailers are exactly what they sound like. They're a trailer that runs multiple virtual restaurants out of it. Now, the leading company that owns these trailers seems to be Reef Global, but as I've been reading some articles about it, it seems like Reef isn't doing so hot lately. They've had a lot of big companies pull business from them. It even looks like Wendy's had a projected 500 locations set to open, but they cut that deal, and Reef later exited its Houston market and laid off 5% of its workforce amid low sales and a rash of permitting and safety violations. Let me just look up what safety violations there are. Okay, so I just found this Wall Street Journal article called "Ghost Kitchens Are Proving to be a Messy Business as Reef Global Shows." The article starts by saying a few seconds after a cook turned on a stove in a tiny mobile kitchen in a Houston parking lot in April,
A fireball erupted
from the propane burners, flaring out
wow.
into the center of the trailer owned by Reef Global Inc. While the cook escaped harm, she happened to open a refrigerator at the same time that shielded her from the flames. It was the second such incident at the same Houston trailer in 4 months. The first one injured a different cook as flames scorched her face and gave her kind of a warning for this to be kind of violent language, so skip forward 10 seconds if you don't want to hear this. Gave her 3rd-degree burns on her hands that caused the skin to peel off her fingers, rendering her unable to work. Wall Street Journal. Did you hear how bad her hands...
Part of me wonders, and I know it's going to sound really delusional, but they say, what would you do for money? I would imagine, if you got that severe 3rd-degree burns that your skin is peeling off, you probably got a lot of money. Because clearly something was wrong in the kitchen, right? So you could easily get a lawsuit going and probably win that and get a ton of money. The question is, would I want to get severe 3rd-degree burns for money? And how much money would I want for? I know this sounds irrelevant, but this is one of those things where it's like, just, I know it's not really matters, because like odds are you're never gonna get in a situation where you accidentally get like burned alive or not, because you know it's just not common and whatnot. But how much money would I want? I'd say I at least want $10 million. Now, actually, the problem is I don't know the pain of 3rd-degree burns. I don't know, so I can't really say.
Hands got burnt? How can she work? How can she contribute to the company? A similar fireball in San Francisco injured another Reef employee in the spring, according to the former Reef managers briefed on the 3 incidents. And on top of that, there's also an insider article about leaked Reef emails, where they're talking about nearly a full year of complaints from Mr. Beast Burger, where customers were served uncooked chicken and raw burgers. This is not directly Mr. Beast.
raw burgers is diabolical. Chicken is somewhat understandable because, to be honest, for at least for me, as whenever I cook chicken, I'm like, dude, I don't know. No, it's not even understandable. If you're a restaurant, you should know how to cook chicken. It's not that hard. Well, I should say it's not hard because, like, for me, I need a thermometer to cook chicken. But, you know, like with beef, it's like, oh, well, if the outsides are brown, it's probably somewhat cooked.
Beast's fault. And I'm sure this happens with regular fast food franchises, but this problem is a lot more difficult to solve when you have no real locations. And up until very recently, this business was solely run out of ghost kitchens. And in interviews, Jimmy doesn't hide that fact at all. He's actually one of the only people I see being open and honest about their business and ghost kitchens.
Is it cool to own a burger joint?
So when I first started it, this is when COVID was at its height. So we started a virtual restaurant. A lot of restaurants were laying people off. And Beast Burger, originally why we got into it, is it was like a way for restaurants to make extra money.
Yeah.
So if you're a mom and pop, and you know that lockdowns, you can't even serve people in your fucking restaurant, your revenue just cut in half, you could just start serving Beast Burger, and then anytime anyone within 8 miles places an order, you fulfill it, you get to keep a majority of the revenue.
Yeah.
Now that's a pretty noble motivation to opening up Mr. Beast Burger, but Jimmy just doesn't talk about the fact that they do this also out of existing restaurants that are major corporations, and the fact that they ran them out of reef trailers.
Anyone, anywhere can just start serving Mr. Beast Burger. You just take our training course, order our ingredients and packaging, and then turn it on all the websites.
So it's the same ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it tastes the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand what Jimmy's trying to do, but you really shouldn't make it that accessible for anyone anywhere to start serving Mr. Beast Burger to customers. Because again, I start thinking about the health inspection stuff. People all over the country, primarily kids, are eating this food. You need to have some...
I mean, the reality is, this is like, all these problems can be solved by one simple solution. Do not order online. Because guess what? You won't find these ghost kitchens unless you order online. From what I understand, these ghost kitchens, bro, you're not going to have to deal with them unless you find them online.
Some kind of barrier for the quality of it. And so he's sort of transparent about the ghost kitchen stuff in interviews, but let's also look at what he actually told his fans. When the business opened in 2020, this is how it was announced to 144 million people.
I opened up the world's first free restaurant. And if that wasn't
free
enough, I also paid people to eat at my restaurant. Put it on up. Yeah! I've never
Yeah, and this is why Mr. Beast is hated, because this feels fake. And even if it isn't fake, right? And even if, you know, he did pay people to eat at his restaurant, it just feels stupid. Like, it feels like you're going overboard to feed your persona of, like, I'm the nice guy. Because I open a restaurant for free and pay people to go eat my food. Like, that just feels weird.
In a restaurant before. Bye! And that was our last.
And he wears the mask
If you like what you saw in this video, you too can eat Beast Burgers. I literally just opened 300 restaurants all across America. But we only serve people through delivery apps. Basically, open up whatever you use and search Mr. Beast Burger. And you could order anything from our amazing and delicious menu. And like I said, we have hundreds of locations all across America. Just open up your favorite delivery apps and search Mr. Beast Burgers.
So while this isn't a direct lie, I would have liked him to be less vague about opening 300 locations. Because this is the Mr. Beast Burger that 144 million people saw, complete with its own branding and even a drive-thru. And this is the Mr. Beast Burger that I just ordered from. The small business was connected to this building, and when I went in, they didn't even realize that an Uber Eats order for Mr. Beast Burger had come through. Obviously, it appeared as their own business. There was no Mr. Beast branding anywhere. They told me it was going to be a 20-minute wait, so I went back to the car to wait with Chrissy.
Do you think if we ask them, they'll sign this?
I hope. I really hope.
When I finally went back in and was handed the bag, I noticed that it wasn't a Mr. Beast Burger bag. It was one of those regular thank you bags.
Wow, how
Regardless,
shocking.
we headed home, bag in hand, bag hanging low. I got 4 items total and ordered it for pickup, so the whole thing ran me $36.85. They're also not in Mr. Beast packaging either. So, Mr. Beast, NASCAR wings is blowing you out of the fucking water. Now, Beast-style fries are supposed to be seasoned, crinkle-cut fries loaded with caramelized onions, American cheese, pickles, mayo, ketchup, and mustard. What I got was seasoned crinkle cut fries with cooked onions, American cheese, pickles, and ketchup. You can see right here, this is what they look like, and...
Wow.
So I flipped them back over pretty well, actually. It worked out just fine. And they were average. I do think what would make this order special is the ingredients on the fries, and I didn't get all that I ordered, but this is the best that the order's gonna get, I promise you. Now, the next item on the list was supposed to be
That's the best?
Carl's Deluxe, which is
That
like a
literally looks like, okay, is it a pancake? Literally looks like a
patty
pancake.
melt grilled
Oh,
cheese.
patty melt.
But when I pulled it out, I was very confused.
Which is this the Beast Burger?
After looking at all of the order later, this was not a Beast-style burger. It was not a Carl's Deluxe. It was one of their Impossible Beast-style burgers. This is what the Impossible Beast-style burger is supposed to look like. And this looks like if somebody...
And this is because it's from a different restaurant. They don't have the same good gear.
drew a burger for me? How is this real? It looks like a crab.
Also, can I just say this? Why is there such a popular like demand for Impossible burgers? Like, if you're a vegetarian, why are you trying to eat meat or get the feeling of meat? Like, what? Just go meat. Go back to meat. Like, I don't get it. And if you eat meat, why are you trying to get a fake meat? I don't understand. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense because both worlds, it's like, either way, it's just weird. Don't get it.
Krabby Patty. Now, when I opened it up, it looked really boring.
This looks unbelievably boring.
But surprisingly, it also tasted really boring.
Oh, who would have thought?
This tastes like a cafeteria burger.
The Impossible Burger is supposed to be smashed, crispy Impossible patties with house seasoning, American cheese, pickles, diced white onions, mayo, ketchup, and brown mustard on a toasted bun. What I got was an Impossible patty, American cheese, shredded lettuce, and a tiny bit of ketchup.
There's no sauce on it either. There's just like a little bit of ketchup.
Oh, that's disgusting.
The bun was way cheaper than the one looks in the photo. But also, if you examine the meat in the Impossible photo, it looks nothing like this. So what the hell did I just eat? Next up was the crispy chicken tender sandwich, and this one is an easy layup. Everybody knows what comes on a chicken sandwich. It's just chicken, the bun, mayo, pickles, and lettuce.
I was really hoping I would have a positive experience, but all of the ingredients just feel really, really cheap. Like, it just...
Oh, where's the chicken in
This
there?
doesn't look like a satisfying chicken sandwich. I don't know. It's so dry.
What I got was the chicken tender, some shredded lettuce, and a tiny bit of ketchup. Lastly,
Ew,
we
ketchup?
had the main event. The very item that carries the name of this Ghost franchise. The Beast-style burger. And man, this one kind of...
Holy, oh my god. That looks so unappealing. That cheese, oh my god, that looks horrible.
pissed me off because I ate it, and while I've been editing it, I noticed that the camera got a better angle of the meat than I did. Man, this is supposed to be a smash burger. What the hell is this? Now, when it comes to Mr. Beast Burger, do I think that Jimmy was intentionally trying to mislead people in his video? Or that he ever wanted to serve people uncooked beef? No. Of course not. Jimmy is a little bit younger than me. I think he's like 24, but he's also CEO brained, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't give much thought to anything but making the biggest videos in the world and growing his...
What is this? 1,000 what? Okay. I didn't even... Okay. I don't know how to feel about this. I don't understand. I want to watch that now because I would love to see how a YouTuber, cures blindness.
His company. However, I will say that the quality of that food was really bad. That was probably, no exaggeration, the blandest fast food I've ever had in my entire life. So I think my one piece of advice to Mr. Beast that he's not going to listen to because I have less subscribers than him is just give a little bit more thought into the businesses that you're running, because the ghost kitchen stuff is really like the Wild West of food. And there are a lot of really young, impressionable people watching what you do, so you just got to be a little bit careful with the businesses that you run. But that really got me thinking about the psychology of the ghost kitchen business. It really seems that a large form of this business is based on deception. And I started to wonder, how easy would it be to trick people into eating food that they've already had, but make them think that it's a brand new restaurant? It seems to happen every single day. We saw it with IHOP and Chili's earlier. So to test this out, I decided to pay thousands of dollars to do a real, legitimate focus group in Los Angeles.
Wow, this guy is going above and beyond, I'm not gonna lie, because the amount of money he spent on this video is diabolical. Like, thousands of dollars is crazy.
Now, to do this, I would need my own virtual restaurant with its own branding. My name is Eddie Burback, so let's go with something like Eddie's Burgers or Burback's Burgers. Burgerback. I also needed a fake logo to put on the packaging of the food. So I'm pretty new to graphic design, but I worked like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 days on this logo. I think I did a really great job. There actually might be a path for me in graphic design and not.
I would say that's good. I'm not. I shouldn't be critiquing really, because I'm not great at this stuff either. But like, I don't know. Me personally, like having a massive space between white space between this cheese and the lettuce looks kind of strange. But you know, it doesn't look horrible. Honestly, it's impressive for someone who's doing it for the first time
in YouTube anymore. So I'm sorry, I'm just very proud of it. As the group entered the room, I realized that I had put up thousands of dollars and the entire point I'm trying to make on the results of this focus group. So my nerves were high.
Hi everyone. Thank you all for coming in today. My name is Jack, and
wait, who are these people?
We're holding this group on behalf of an exciting new fast food restaurant, Burgerback.
Now, before they tasted the burgers, I'll be honest, I was a little vain, and I added a question to see how much people would like my logo.
So, before you is the official Burgerback logo, and I want to ask you all, what are your initial thoughts about the logo?
It's lame.
It's lame?
You said, be honest.
No, we want that.
It's kind of bland.
Crazy.
Bland, okay.
Reminds me of The Simpsons. Oh, that's
Simpsons.
good.
Interesting.
I guess they just don't have an eye for logos. I guess they're just wrong. But it was finally time to taste the burgers. So Burger A was a Carl's Jr. Famous Star, and Burger B was one that we picked up from a local restaurant down the street. Both burgers had the same ingredients and were repackaged under the Burgerback logo. So we started by bringing Burger A out to the group.
Wow,
One
he
of them
actually did
compared it
all
to a
this? This is
Burger King
crazy.
burger, and another person even said this.
Kind of remind me of a famous star from like Carl's Jr.
I don't Jamie saw.
You said what from Carl's Jr.?
The famous star.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So he said it reminded him of a Carl's Jr. Famous Star, but he didn't say that it was a Carl's Jr. Famous Star.
Okay, but that's
and
'cause he
then
doesn't
Burger
know.
B from LA Tavern was brought out to the group. It was immediately clear that they liked this burger much more than the last.
I feel like with the bread on this one, it's a better bite.
They thought the Carl's Jr. burger was bland, but the one from the local restaurant seemed to be a hit. After tasting both burgers, we asked the group to identify which one they thought was a fast food burger and which one they thought came from a local restaurant.
One was fast food.
Yep.
I think.
One was fast food, and you think this one is the family owned?
Oh, so he didn't actually start a business.
I agree. Yeah.
To my surprise, they identified the Carl's Jr. burger as a fast food burger and the burger from LA Tavern down the street as a local family-owned restaurant burger. But I don't understand. IHOP and Chili's have been doing this. I thought this was easy to trick people. So we held a second group to see if the results would be the same, testing out two things. One, if they could identify the burger like the first group, and two, if one of them would...
Well, I think the thing is with this is you're telling people to, well, like, hey, one of them is fast food and one of them isn't. You can eat, like, if you know, like, if you're getting told this, you're more likely to identify it because you know it. Like, hey, it's true, one of them is fast food. If I guarantee if they were told, like, oh, this is just a random burger, they wouldn't be like, oh, this is fast food. You know, like, and also fast food usually tastes cheaper. So, I mean, don't think this is exactly shocking that they could identify it, in my opinion.
finally be honest and say they liked my logo.
And I just wanted to ask your honest opinion. What do you think about the logo?
I want to say basic.
Basic? Okay.
I don't get the name of it. I need more
Okay.
context. All I think is bar back. Like when it was like, what's a burger back?
Kind of generic.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, it's a focus group, so they're gonna give their honest opinion, and sometimes people's honest opinions can be wrong or dumb or bad or wrong and bad and stupid and hurtful and mean. And after that, the focus group went the exact same as the one before it. They all unanimously voted A for fast food and B for local.
So the second one I think is from the local.
Is that kind of everyone's thought here?
So even though nobody stopped during the taste test and said, I think this is a Carl's Jr. burger, I think you're lying to me, I may have wasted thousands of dollars in disproving my own point. It seems that ghost kitchens aren't that deceiving because people can tell the difference between what's a fast food burger and what's a local chain burger, which is a huge bummer because I feel like I put the whole point of the video on this focus group and now I feel like I've been proven wrong. Or I lied.
Of course.
Because while Burger A is a famous star from Carl's Jr., LA Tavern is not a real restaurant. In fact, that photo you saw was a random building that I picked off of Street View. And the focus group did not correctly vote between what was a local restaurant burger and what was a fast food burger because Burger B was Jack in the Box this whole time.
That's
Both
crazy.
focus groups tasted 2 fast food burgers and incorrectly said that one was from a local restaurant. So I think it's pretty clear that I made everyone in that focus group look dumb.
Well, no, because you told them one of them isn't and one is a fast food. So how are they supposed to, like, that's relying on people to say, hey, you're wrong. They're not going to be, most people are not going to tell you, hey, you're wrong with what you're telling me. It's like,
Obviously, I'm joking.
Okay,
Because
okay.
they aren't dumb. I lied to the people in that focus group about the food they were eating, and they believed me. And I also lied to you about the food I was feeding them, and you believed me. Because it is not a person's job when they pay for food to investigate whether they're being lied to or not. I have spent the first part of this year ordering food and then spending hours trying to figure out how it was made and what the story behind it was. It would be completely normal for a focus group to be held to test which burger tastes better from a company. You know what's not normal? Being part of a focus group where you're being lied to by a YouTuber who's trying to prove a point. Nobody would think that's what was happening. Much like if I went onto a delivery app and tried to order a burger from a local place, it would be insane for me to randomly assume that it's a Chili's, or that it's from one building that has 44 other restaurants running out of it, or that it's from some weird mobile trailer that has a bunch of explosions burning their employees. And I don't have a solution to this problem. I mean, what do I know? I'm a comedian.
Okay, my thing is it really a problem, first off? And second off, see, I forgot what I was gonna say. Why do you need to know this? Why should someone know this? Like, what good does it do if someone figures out, hey, a ghost kitchen is, you're ordering from a ghost kitchen. Like, if they want to order, they're still gonna order. Another thing is isn't it common knowledge that ghost kitchens, run in other places? I don't know.
On YouTube. That's like the lowest job in society. Now, I don't think this will happen, but I think at the very least, delivery apps should add some kind of tag where you can see what's a virtual restaurant and what's a real brick and mortar place. Because if you're supporting a restaurant with your dollar to get some food in return, the very least they can do is let you know where that food is coming from.
Yeah, that's a
Especially if
good
it's
point.
Like an IHOP or a Chili's. Or one of those mobile trailers in a Houston
There's
parking
nothing
lot.
wrong
Dude,
with
I ordered
Chili's.
tacos and I looked up the street view on Google and it was the fucking Winnebago from Breaking Bad.
What? That was an interesting video. This comment says, I'm a DoorDash driver. I spent 10 minutes looking for a Chinese food place to pick up my customer's order, only to find out their authentic Chinese food was inside a TGI Fridays. Yeah, that's ridiculous. If you don't know, TGI Fridays is just, it's not known for having high quality food. Uh, nah, but I just, I don't know. I just feel like this all could be solved if people stopped ordering from places in like Uber Eats. Like really, it's not hard to just go and I don't know, drive to the restaurant. If you live in the suburbs or a city, it's really not hard to go to a restaurant. It might be inconvenient, but like, dude, I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, obviously, I understand convenience factor sometimes. If you're a streamer, for example, okay, it makes sense to DoorDash, but most people aren't. So, there you go. Let's move on to, let's do, we'll do this video, I suppose, first. When you get a felony within a month of your new school. Okay. Um, I don't know what to think about this video. I'm just gonna play it.
You're not a child. You're an adult. You're 19 years old. You stop.
Okay. I want to know exactly what felony she committed, but the main thing I'm just instantly got from that, 19 years old, within your new school. So she moved schools. She's 19. That's 2 red flags. You're an adult. You're above a senior age. And you're in high school, I'm assuming.
You're gonna get a resisting charge. Stop pulling away. You're sitting here and you're blaming everybody else.
No, I'm not
instead of taking accountability. We're law enforcement officers. We have a job to do. Our job is to protect the safety of the campus. Okay?
On March 26th, 2024, a high school...
Maybe, okay, no. Oh, yeah, no, it was high school. Okay. Imagine being 19 in high school. Yeah, I just couldn't.
Resource deputy was alerted to a potential drug-related situation. A student reported that a classmate was using drugs in the restroom and offering them to others. Acting on this information, the deputy searched the student.
Kind of an L snitch. I'm sorry, bro. People act like, oh, bro, it's so, oh my God, high school's so horrible, bro. It's stupid. They're dealing drugs in the bathroom. Like, oh my God, it happens at all these schools, bro. Who cares? Like, really? We're gonna snitch on someone for something that happens all the time? Really? Like, I don't know. But at the same time, bro, if the 19-year-old who's gonna about to in this thing is the reason why, like, she's the one selling drugs, that's a problem. An adult selling drugs to minor is a really bad situation, bro. Oh my God, I did not mean to do that.
Student's bag and discovered 6 cartridges containing an unknown substance.
Here's the thing. So, you're an adult, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, you're apparently new here.
She's 19, she said.
Right. So you're an adult, right? So here's the deal. Like, you go, if, I don't know exactly how this is going to go, but one of the cards on the table is you're going to jail today.
Wait, what?
Right. Correct. Depending on what those are, there's a possibility that you may go to jail today. Right. So
Just because someone reported?
you have illegal substances
Yeah,
in your possession.
but everyone at school does too.
Everybody.
Yes.
Every single kid.
Not every single
Okay.
kid, but some do.
I see where she's coming from, by the way. I do, because there's, man, I mean, when I was in school, I've been to public school. I mean, even middle school, bro, people were handing out things, you know, in the bathrooms. That's just common knowledge. Like, hey, bathroom, you don't go there to pee, you go there to take stuff. But, bro, you're 19, giving it to minors? Bro, what? Also, how I just don't get, I don't get how you get held back in senior year. Senior year is arguably the easiest year. Well, it doesn't have to be. Also, public schools in America, bro, it's super hard to get held back, let alone for senior year, bro. That's like the easiest year of all the high school besides maybe freshman year. I don't get it. I don't get how that's possible.
And matter of
Right.
fact,
So you wouldn't be the first kid I arrested this school year.
so here's
And
Wow.
I promise you're not going to be the last. So,
I don't be arrested.
okay, this is not how life goes. You don't get to choose when you bring illegal stuff
I
to
know
a high
that.
school. When you bring illegal stuff to a high school.
She was wearing AirPods? Oh my God. Our generation's cooked, bro. You know why I say that? Because the amount of kids who wear AirPods, including me, bro, just in every situation is ridiculous. I mean, I'm more respectful where if someone's talking to me, I'm taking them off. But, bro, there's people who just rock AirPods everywhere they go, and they try to hide it. It's so weird. I just don't get it.
What you want kind of goes out the window. I don't know if you understand that.
But
So here's my other thing is, I think that what you have is the pen that these screw into.
No, I don't.
Right here.
I don't.
Wait,
That's
what?
someone else's.
Okay, it's someone
Not
else's.
mine.
All right.
I don't have it.
You don't have it
No,
on your
they
possession?
took it.
Who took it? Is it someone who goes to school here?
The person that literally probably named me here.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is...
She thought that she... Oh, no. She thought she could just put the person who snitched under the bus. No, that's not gonna work. I guarantee the person... Well, I shouldn't say snitch, because honestly, you're doing good duty. Because this person... Oh, is it a good duty? I don't know. I mean, yes, kind of. Yeah, no, it is. Let's be honest. I mean, I don't personally think it's a big deal for this to happen, but at the same time, you have to realize it's an adult, and then it makes it 10 times worse. And adults who are stupid need to be taught a lesson, because otherwise they'll continue being stupid for the rest of their life.
Theirs.
You have something right here. You
So
already have...
you decided it was a good idea to take in possession all this stuff knowing it's illegal.
And that you're an adult.
And that you're an adult.
Yeah.
Why?
I didn't know that someone was gonna tell on me. That
Oh
I was
my god.
Who was it?
She was blonde with glasses.
So no, it's a stranger now.
No, it's not a stranger.
Okay.
I've known her.
What is her what's her name?
Never really got her name.
You never go. So it's a somebody
But
you don't even know
she's
their name.
glasses and blonde, and she asked me for my name. I never actually.
So she asked you for your name, then proceeded to give you felonious items that can result in a felony criminal charge for you to hold. And when were you going to meet up? When were you going to give it back to this person?
In the bathroom later?
What bathroom?
Like, I don't know.
So
They go to different bathrooms.
So how were you going to give it back to them? What was the plan? So people just give people stuff and just say, "I will find you later."
Wait, this
That's how-
story makes no
this
sense.
This is the first I'm hearing of this. Very rarely is it that much of a shadow.
But today, she did ask me, hey, can you hold this shit? And then ask me my name. And then now I'm right here for the first time ever for this type of stuff. And I'm about to get arrested.
You know it's.
Her story is... No, this story is stupid. Yeah, no, that's why she's held back in school, is evident. The story is, I dealt drugs, and I had to keep them on me, and I didn't use them, and I'll give them back. What? Why would anyone deal you drugs and not give them back, and just be like, oh, I want them back later, and don't use them? What?
It's illegal. If I give you a gun and I say you hold it for me, are you gonna hold it? Okay, so if I give you fentanyl, are you gonna hold it for me?
No, it's just that I didn't know.
If I give you crack, you gonna hold it for me?
Who do you live with?
Grandma.
So what are you doing? You're an adult. What are you doing? This is how you solve it? By offering drugs to kids on campus? This is how you kids. What do you think? What do you think's
No,
here in
oh
school?
my god, those are not mine.
Okay, why are you holding drugs?
For my friend.
That's being depressed, or that's
No.
being... I think being depressed and holding drugs for your friend
Oh
are
my
two different
God.
things, my friend.
I got my stuff for you. Thank you. No. Oh my god, they're not mine.
You know what the sad reality is? This idiot thinks that she can talk her way out of this. You can't talk her way out of this. I kind of get where she's coming from, though, because why, yeah, it's weird that you're getting arrested for holding drugs and not even using them, but at the same time, I mean, you're an adult in a school, and you have drugs. They don't know what you're going to do with them. That's, and they're legal drugs, so, I don't know. It just feels stupid. And your excuses, I didn't know I was going to be caught. What? It's like saying, oh, I'm going to rob a bank, and I don't expect to be caught at all. And then you get caught, and you're like, well, I didn't think I was going to get caught. What? No.
Okay, so why are you... Unfortunately, I just want you to understand.
No, I understand. You don't have to dumb it down
If this
for me.
person doesn't... If we can't locate this person doesn't come forth and identify it as theirs, you're going to be responsible for it.
And you are no, I know I am.
Okay.
And that's why I'm really stressed out.
Okay.
There's no way that's the bell. There's no way that is the most horrible bell ever. Oh my god. Oh my god, I forgot bells exist. After, dude, being in college, there's no bells, and it's so luxurious, because, you don't have to stress about, I'm just telling you, bro, I'm just gonna say, bro, it's pretty obvious, but college is so much better than high school, bro. Just is. I don't know why I'm saying this, but it's just, high school, I thought was peak. It's not even close, bro. I don't know, the idea of, being trapped by a bell is so ridiculous. It makes me wow, that's weird. I don't know.
So, whatever you have on your person, because I think you do. Stop.
I'm gonna get arrested
Stop.
anyway, so.
Stop. I'm going to turn it over to law enforcement. So whatever, whatever you have.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is,
you
by
gotta
the way.
just give it to Mrs. We're going to step out. You're going to give it to Mrs. DuPont, and it's going to go with this.
Okay. Then this is what happens because it is now turned
What does this say?
over to law enforcement.
It says something about getting high.
And law enforcement has a female officer
I can't
under
read.
the
Aim high? I don't
to
know.
clear the room.
I have
and
no
they
idea what
search
that
you.
is.
So here's the deal, and if it goes that way. If it doesn't, then you're gonna go to the jail, and they're gonna search you. They're gonna search you at the jail. And if you bring something to the jail, it's a felony, an additional felony.
So right now, if you have anything, it is important that you just give it to us.
We're trying to help you.
This is us
This is done. If you
trying
have
to
something
help
on you, they will escort you to the jail. They will search you there. If you have something on you at the jail,
You're getting
it is
searched
an
at the
additional
jail.
charge.
Every person that comes.
You know what I kind of hate? I hate when cops say we're trying to help you because. Yeah, what's this guy's name? Oh, no. There's this one guy, Charleston White, I think his name is, or something. And he's known for, like, snitching, basically. And I watched a clip of him where he got pulled over, and he just decided to be super truthful and said, oh, I smoked a blunt. It was illegal for him to smoke marijuana in the car at the time. And so he got, he got arrested because he's like, oh, I'm gonna be honest, I smoked a little bit while I was driving. My point is, and he preaches, oh, always be honest with the cops. I personally think that when a cop says, oh, we're here to help you, or if you tell the truth, it will just only help. No. It just pisses me off when I hear that because I know they're lying. Like, if I told them, hey, I have an illegal gun on me and I plan on using it, that's a made-up situation, by the way. I plan on using it to hunt deer legally. They're not going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll figure out a way to give you less jail time. No, they're not going to do that. Like, it's just so stupid. I don't know. It's just like when I heard the word, "Oh, we're here to help you," it just is a red flag. Like, what? So what if she had more illegal drugs on her and she showed them? How are they gonna not charge her for that? Like, what if she just was carrying cocaine on her, bro? Like, are you? Oh, we're here to help. Oh yeah, we're not gonna give more sentence now. Like, no. Oh, the truth. If you tell the truth now, it won't hurt you.
I know that.
Okay.
I know that.
They do full searches.
So if you have something,
Like,
it's
I
important
don't
to give it to
have
us.
anything.
Where's the piercing located? Is it like?
Can we not have any more awkward questions, please? I'm already
Well,
going to jail for the first time in my whole entire life right now.
I feel like we're all being adults about this situation. Okay.
But this is my first time. I'm
Okay.
going to jail.
I got you.
I think I'm feeling
Okay.
really.
I understand that, but we're trying to have an adult conversation here. I understand. Again, you chose to get this piercing, so it's like
No, I know that.
it can't be that much of a surprise we're having this conversation. Well, I need to ensure that what's going on here is that's actually what it is.
Yeah, I understand that.
So I've been nothing but professional with you.
No,
Obviously,
I understand
I'm frustrated
that.
by the situation because, like, I don't understand why you're not understanding
No,
what's going
I
on here.
understand that.
Okay.
I need to use the bathroom.
You're not.
Use the
Yeah.
restroom.
I need to go pee.
No.
You cannot use the restroom at all.
That is diabolical. She asked for the
No,
restroom.
I know that.
So you
Deputy
cannot
Alec,
use
I'm
the
the deputy
restroom.
champion.
Hold it, kiddo.
Hey, you got any test kits? If not, can you swing by my office, see if I got any?
Oh, she's getting tested.
I'm pretty sure these are THC for sure.
She said that they're THC.
Yeah.
So they probably are.
Yeah.
You know, I just realized, is it? I'm assuming it's illegal to have THC and eat THC products or things that get you high in school, right? And I just remember a story. I don't know if I should tell this. I just remember this random kid at lunch was like, randomly one day he came up to me. He's like, hey, I got gummies that make you high. And then he's like, oh, I also have a pack of gummies that have alcohol in them. And he started handing them out to teachers and stuff. Is that illegal? Probably. No, that's a dumb question. That's definitely illegal. I don't know. I just remember that happening, and I'm not stupid, so I didn't take that stuff. When someone claims, "Hey, I have drugged candy, bro," it's like, if I don't know you personally, bro, there's no way I'm taking it, bro, because how am I supposed to trust that? First off, and what drug is it? You could just lie. Like, imagine if that kid, bro, decided, "Hey, I'm just gonna put a random I don't know, poison in there. I'm gonna tell people it has like THC in there or marijuana. Oh, and they're gonna get high. Like, no!
I arrested someone before spring break for this same brand.
So if this other person gave you us,
I have no idea what that is, by the
and
way.
that's what you're saying.
Blue?
Besides blonde
I don't know.
glasses, what does this person look like?
She's tan.
And what bathroom was this? Did this take place
What
in?
bathroom
And what time?
Like,
Do you not recall?
I've heard some of my other friends say that some people love to tell on them on purpose, even if they also smoke as well.
People, someone telling on somebody else.
No, they
is
have
different.
hate. You have no idea.
Blonde tan glasses. What restaurant was it?
I think
I just, oh my god. The way she said that, I get where she's coming from. But you can't reason with a cop and say, oh my god, you, like, dude, I can't, alright, I can't pronounce it right, oh my god, words! Okay, what I'm trying to say is basically you can't just tell a cop like, oh, I'm angry that people told on me, bro, ooh. Well, I mean, the cop's eyes, you did something illegal, so they're actually probably glad you got told on, like, what? You can't just be like, oh, no, 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 they told on me, it's so bad, like, what?
Wait.
What classroom was it near? What class were you leaving?
Downstairs and second hallway.
Building 2? What time?
They just asked me my name.
But you said
They
that
also
you
asked
gave
you to
them
hold
that
this
stuff.
No, I didn't
So-
give them anything.
No, they asked you said that this person asked you to hold their stuff for them.
Yeah.
So it was downstairs 200 between what classes?
Fifth.
So it's during 5th?
Yeah.
Or
And I heard someone nearby say, "Oh, watch out! There's a tattletale in here."
In the middle of 5th period?
Either
During class?
during or
You're in high school and you're using the word tattletale,
before
bro.
or after doesn't
That's
really
like
help
a
me.
that's like an hour time frame.
That doesn't really help me. We're trying to help.
When
We're
did the
trying to help
person
you.
Ask you
before.
before
In the
5th
bathroom.
period? Downstairs 200 before 5th period.
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom. Okay.
Do you remember what she was wearing? Do you
She's
have any
saying that this
distinguishing
student,
features,
blonde,
glasses?
tan glasses, downstairs,
Outside of that.
200 building restroom, before 5th period is the one that
She
she's
gave you
holding.
the stuff in the bathroom or outside of the bathroom?
Inside. If it was outside, I'm pretty sure one of the cameras.
Like in front of the bathroom or in the bathroom? Inside of the bathroom. Okay.
She gave her that stuff and asked her name.
Hey, what's your name? I said no, and I left.
Well, break it down for me, the whole situation.
Oh, I went to the restroom,
Okay.
talking to some of my friends.
Okay.
And then she was like, "Hey, can you?"
She was in there. She came in after.
She was in there. She came in, and I'm pretty sure some of her friends were smoking with her.
Did you see him?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not pretty sure.
I
You
witnessed it.
saw them smoking.
And one of her friends was like, "Oh, remember last time?" And then, well, you know, and then she came.
No, I don't know what that means.
Like, I don't like. It's because of.
I can't arrest you. I
didn't
can't charge you
okay,
for you
let me
buying
just-
weed in the past.
No,
so if that's what
buying
you did,
weed
or
in
that's
the past.
what
no,
happened in the past, I
no.
can't.
Oh my god, you're just not. Wait. Okay, so.
You're not explaining it.
So she came up to me after me talking to her friend, and then she's like, "Hey, can you hold my stuff?" And then she, I was about to leave. She's like, "What's your name?" And then I say, and then I leave.
What was her friend's name?
How did she give it to you? Like in your hand? No.
That story, like, if it is true, is the weirdest story of all time. Because why in the world, like I said earlier, would you ever just agree to just holding random drugs? Why? I don't care if you're a drug dealer or you're no drugs well, like, why? Why would you ever do that? It just doesn't even make sense. I don't know. It just sounds like a fake story. I do not believe for a second that actually happened. And if it did, I'm actually genuinely shocked.
Bag.
Uh-uh.
In your hand? Right. Well, her being 19, like, she's gonna have to take the ride. Mm-hmm. So how did she hand it to you?
She's like, "Hey, can you hold these? These are empty."
And you said, sure.
Yeah, they're empty.
Are they though?
Yeah.
Why? Why would...
You sure about that? I mean, some of these have THC oil in them.
She just told me they're empty. I guess at one point they stopped working.
Sure.
Or you supposed to. She told me.
You should know not to take things from strangers,
true,
especially that are
but-
drug related. I think that's what you should know versus whether they're empty or not. I and common sense. Unfortunately, being kind by taking drugs or use drug
Don't
paraphernalia.
use drugs. They're saying taking the carts from someone that wanted you to hold them for a bit, and then she asks you your name.
If you want to church them up, if you want to church it up, however you want.
Church it. I'm not Christian.
It's a figure of speech.
Oh.
This is not like, what I'm saying is you're taking it and you're sugarcoating it.
It's not sugarcoating.
Right. So taking drug paraphernalia from somebody.
You put pronouns on it.
That's what it is. It's drug paraphernalia. Okay. In the eyes of the law, there's no possession of a cart. It's possession of a THC oil, possession of paraphernalia. Right. So I speak in legal terms. I don't care what the kids say. Because the kids are the reason why you're in this position.
No, I know that.
So let's not talk like kids. Let's talk like adults. Because you're an adult.
I nearly went
right
to
now.
jail in Miami because this girl said I had a gun at school.
Oh.
They checked my bag and everything, and I even showed them the text messages of her going to my house, literally fighting me. And also, they found nothing. It was my birthday.
God.
I understand that.
I absolutely hate when people talk about previous issues that have nothing to do with the situation at all, just to gain sympathy or to make people believe their story more. Because what I think she's trying to do is say, hey, the cops before found nothing. Or like, oh, the cops, weren't on my side earlier in a situation that was true. And now it's going to happen again. That's probably what her angle is, and it's a stupid angle because it doesn't matter.
That is a situation
When
that's...
did you live in Miami? Because I thought you came from Georgia. Did you live in Miami?
I came from Miami, then I went to Georgia because my mom moved us.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what the situation was in Miami. I have nothing to do with that. What I can tell you is we have illegal items.
You're gonna have to watch out. A ton of kids.
We're in the process of doing that.
No, they're becoming drug addicts.
I understand that.
No,
That's why
elementary school students too.
That's why I'm here.
Like, why elementary school students?
Because of people like you who are engaging in allowing this stuff to continue instead of coming and notifying people about what's going on.
Excuse me, to be honest, that's not...
If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. I'm sorry.
Dude, this guy's a
True,
true
but
man. Like, he's a true G, bro. He's talking the truth, bro, and he's just saying it how it is, bro. Respect.
So,
What's that?
Trolls on the
Okay.
They're gonna bring it on. I mean, we know what it is.
Yeah.
how...
Why she got so many of them?
Saying someone gave it to her.
Her friend told her, no, a girl that asked her name asked her to hold them.
All 6 of
I
them?
knew her.
Yeah. But you don't know her. You
But
don't even know her name.
Yeah,
Of
that's...
course I knew her name.
She told you to hold the boxes too?
They looked pretty. She's like, you want them?
You don't want to help yourself out? Or do you want to go to jail today? Like, what do you want to do?
I don't want to go to jail.
So some mysterious female told you these boxes look pretty, do you want them, and gave you 6 vials of THC. That's the story.
She literally asked me in the restroom. my
Yes or
name.
no?
Yes.
Okay, what restroom?
So we got all that info. They're trying to pull cameras right now.
So when I go sit in my cameras and I
Yeah, we
pull
changed
all
it
of this,
downstairs too. She's got...
Before
I'm
fifth
going to see a
period.
female come out and then you come out.
No, I came out first. I said, she asked me my name
What's she
before I
look like?
left.
there's no way this story's real. I'm just gonna be honest. No, I don't believe it. And if I was a betting man, I'd bet like $500 on the fact that this story's not real.
What's she look like?
Blonde, glasses, tan.
What's she wearing?
What color hair? Oh, blonde. Blonde.
What's she wearing?
Glasses.
Wearing
Yeah.
what normal teenagers girls wear.
Give me a color, shirt, pants,
I think
any
white.
identifying factors. So all I'm looking for is a blonde female tan with glasses.
Yeah.
Downstairs too.
Tall, short,
Before fifth period.
Shortish.
shortish.
Like my height.
So what happens when this female doesn't exist? Then what? Are we gonna have another conversation?
Doesn't exist. She asked me her name in the restroom.
And you didn't ask her name.
I think the reason why, one of the reasons why I don't believe this story, the cops don't believe this story, is because she claims she knows this person but doesn't know her name at all. You can't, and maybe this is some teenager messed up situation where it's like, oh, apparently teenagers know each other or say they know each other if they just recognize each other. I don't know. I don't believe that's true though because I've never had that issue in my high school career. So I don't know.
Why would I, like, she, there's a random This
So let me
random
ask you a
person I
question.
see every day
Yeah, so let me ask you a
asked
question.
me to hold some things.
So this random
And
person.
then finally asks me my name. I think it was a nice thing. I tell her my name and I leave the restroom.
But
and
you
I'm
said
right
your
here.
friends knew her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pull a video in my office.
But Mia with her in the restroom, and they know what the friend's name is.
The deputies reviewed the security camera footage and, as expected, found that the young lady had not been truthful.
Whoa!
They then proceeded to test the...
I win money back because I gambled $500. Like, obviously I didn't gamble. I just want to say that just to prove that I actually pretty good at gambling. No, okay, enough.
THC to confirm its presence before taking any further action.
But I'm also very tense as well when people bring drugs onto our campus or allow drugs to be on our campus and have a lot of excuses instead of doing the right thing, which would be in coming telling people about what's going on campus, you're participating in it.
Okay.
So for you to sit here and play the victim card it's very frustrating for me as well.
And this is why I couldn't be a detective or a cop, because when you know someone's lying and they keep on lying to you, and you try to give them ways to tell the truth, bro, my God, I'd be so frustrated. That's why I respect detectives specifically, because detectives, they just have to deal with nonsense. I mean, this is different because it's like, cops don't always have to deal with this. They have worse problems, to be honest. You have to deal with, like, potentially dying. That's a way worse drawback.
I've never been in the office for this. Why wouldn't I?
You just got here. How long have you been here?
A few weeks.
So you've been, okay, well last week was spring break, so 3 weeks you've been here.
I said a month and a few weeks.
A month and a few weeks,
I've
okay.
only been in the office once for skipping one class.
Hey, they test positive. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the distribution on that. I'm going to bring her to my office. I'm going to open up a call, and then I get road patrol over here.
The deputies handcuffed the young lady and escorted her to their office. Once there, they noticed her fidgeting as if she were attempting to conceal something.
Oh, wow.
Why are you fidgeting around? Huh? I'm sorry?
No, my wrist hurts.
Here, sit up for me.
Can you
Sit up.
unlock
Here.
this? No, just
Yeah,
wait.
sit
No,
up.
I got it. Just don't. Ow! Got it.
I'm not going to do anything. You're the one that's moving.
No, I'm
okay?
just-
And you continue to move. You're leading me to believe that whatever you had
No,
in your pants, you're messing with.
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
just trying to fix the cuffs.
Okay.
Yeah, no one believes you.
If you had left your hands the way they were, they wouldn't be as
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
All right,
No,
I need you to stand up. Stand up
don't
for me.
stand me up.
Stand up. What are you? Okay. What are you concealing?
Nothing.
What are you concealing? What are you concealing?
Fine.
Okay. What are you concealing? There's something right there. What is that? What is that in your pants?
Take
I can see it.
Take
What is it?
Sorry.
What are you
What
concealing?
is it?
It's my card. Just take it.
What is it?
It's my card. Just take it. Take it.
It's another car?
Yeah, just take it.
A what?
Miss DuPont?
No, just
Stop.
take it. Just take it.
Stop.
Ow!
You're gonna get a resisting charge. Stop pulling away. Stop pulling
Come to
away
deputy
right now.
office, please.
Just take it.
What is?
Just take it.
Yeah,
take it. Take it. Ow.
Okay, stop.
Ow, ow, ow,
Stop.
ow.
Well, you got in this place for
Yeah,
one.
I know that.
So,
I'm sorry, but let
this
me
whole
go. I'm
time,
sorry.
stop. Hold on.
Take it. I'm sorry. We have gloves.
There's gloves right there. Right up here.
We'll try to get a female deputy, but she's fighting, so.
No, it's okay. I'm
We're just gonna
sorry.
have
It's
to
my
do-
fault.
You know what? I should have let you bring it to the jail so you get charged with another
No,
felony.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. Put that right over there.
No, it's my first time here and
Put it
I'm
right over
scared.
there. Just leave it right. Yeah, put it on a napkin, on a tissue. So lying is the best policy? Well, you can close the door. Stop pulling away. Stop, but you're pulling away. Because I don't know if you're concealing stuff or not. Yeah, okay, sure.
I didn't want to lose it. My boyfriend got me the car.
We gotta get a female.
Yeah.
I have nothing else on me. I'm trying to just steal that. She knows that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's my first time here.
Hey, how you doing? It's Golf 22 over at FPC. I have a student who's an adult and she's detained right now. I need a female deputy to come and conduct a search on this individual.
This was stuffed in between her butt cheeks.
Oh! Oh my god. Okay. That's embarrassing. That is honestly very embarrassing. There's better places to hide it, in my opinion.
And she was in here trying to stuff it even further and then try to fight us.
That's stupid. Yeah, oh my god. God, that explains a lot. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's the worst thing you could have done in that situation is make it obvious you have something down there, bro. Like, really?
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
She's gonna get another.
No, don't. I'm sorry.
No. You're past that.
No,
Stop.
no, I'm sorry.
Stop.
I
Let me.
explained.
No. Let me tell you. something. Sit up. Sit up before you.
It's outside the door.
What is happening? Why is that song playing? Why is this song playing, bro? Bro, what was that?
I should have left it out home. I wasn't giving anyone any. I'm so sorry.
You haven't told anything true. You haven't told anything the truth yet.
No,
Okay. Stop. You've been lying this whole
They
time.
asked me their name in the
You're lying. You've been lying this whole time.
lying. My name is.
That I understand is true, but everything about this whole
And
situation.
I'm literally scared
Hey, listen.
out
Here's
of
the deal.
my mind.
Here's the deal. Let me tell you something. You told someone your name, but that person didn't give you anything. So I already know this. So when I ask questions or I tell you things, I know you're lying to us. So just knock it off. And this even confirms to me that you're lying.
Of course I was scared.
Okay.
It had nothing to do with being scared.
I gave you.
No, I'm
multiple,
sorry.
No, stop. Listen to me.
But I
You're an adult.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, okay, I see where you're trying to say. Oh, why give you multiple chances to be truthful? I mean, to be fair, if she got away with it, which she really was never going to, but if she did, I mean, it would be better than telling the truth, let's be honest. The problem is she's not great at lying. That's the
But I
main
can still
problem.
act like a kid, no
Listen
adult.
to me. Listen to
Oh
me.
my god, I know, but I'm
We gave
freaking
you
out.
all of these options to make an adult decision to help yourself. We're not trying to take
But I
you to
didn't
jail.
take it.
But here's what's going to happen.
I'm
Yeah,
going
but here's the problem. Here's the problem with that situation is she was gonna go to jail no matter what. Even if she told the truth, she was gonna go to jail. So that's why it's stupid. Now, yes, would she get less charges? Yeah, probably. But I just don't see why tell that. Like, that's just a lie. It's a blatant lie.
Up to me, you're going to get 3 charges. You're going to get a charge for that, you're going to get a charge for that, and a resisting charge.
Delta 8.
If that was me.
This one is hemp based.
Okay,
It's not
well
the-
then you're getting 2 charges.
Yeah, definitely resisting.
And I can tell you right now, if it's up to me, you'll no longer be an.
No, I need to graduate.
You ain't gonna do it here.
You can go graduate at Rise Up.
That
or you
is
can go to Road to
crazy.
Success.
Sorry.
In my
You can
opinion.
figure it out.
This is the biggest mistake
But-
of my life. I'm
yeah.
really sorry. I've never done
And then
this
she's gonna be 20 and graduate from high school. That's the. Oh my god.
shit
How long
before.
have you been in
Got it.
DC?
Only a few months, only like 1 month and a few weeks.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, I might not be able to prove it or charge you with it, but you're giving this to people.
I'm not giving it to anyone.
No one walks around with 6 different cartridges.
I bought
plus
them.
something stuffed in there.
You bought them? You just told us that someone gave it to you.
Yeah, they gave it to me.
They told you they asked you to hold it. Now you're telling me you bought it?
I bought only 2 of them. That's why you see the carton.
That's not what you told us.
Of course, I was lying about.
Okay, so you've been lying this whole
Oh
time.
my god.
You've been lying about 4 of them. Because
Oh, of course I was lying about half my story. Oh, that's exactly. You should believe me now. What?
you have 4 cartridges. You weren't lying
Is there
about 2 of them.
captions? Why do you need captions? Explain to me why you need captions. You can't. 'Cause I can perfectly understand what's
No,
happening.
because I only have 2 boxes. 2
Correct.
of them are mine.
You told me.
It's
you
too
told,
quiet. Okay, I don't believe that for a second. There's no way it's too quiet. Don't believe it.
Wow, I'm scared.
Yeah, it's
because
literally not too
You're
quiet or
fine.
delusional.
Yeah, of course, I'm not fine.
Okay, maybe it
You
is. I
also
don't
told
know.
us, you told me, quote unquote, she gave me the boxes and I took them because they looked good.
You check me here, you're not gonna find anything else.
Okay, well, that's good. We're gonna check you, and it,
You had to boost your volume by 230. There's no way, bro. There's no way. I don't believe that for a second. Or whatever. I'll turn on subtitles, whatever.
it's gonna be conducted because
No, I know.
we can't trust. You're not telling the truth.
deserve this,
You're not
so
telling the
I'm
truth,
okay
so I
with
can't
this.
trust Whether you were or not doesn't matter.
Because I lied to you.
What's your phone number? What grade are you
It's in the wallet that's black.
Or fresh.
Black.
Junior.
Class of 2020.
Junior. Well, then why are you bringing drugs?
Wait, she's a junior? Oh. That changed. Wait, there's no way. There's no way.
Class of 2020.
Okay. 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 Yeah, this is diabolical. Oh my god. That's diabolical. I just assumed she was a senior because, you know, being held back 1 year, okay, yeah, maybe, but being held back 2 years? Yeah, that's the next level, bro. 19 as a junior is diabolical. Should be illegal. We send you an audio clip of how quiet your stream is. Okay, bro.
Junior. Well, then why are you bringing drugs on school campus?
Well, I left that in my backpack. My small backpack. Because I hold it in there. And they're all basically empty.
You have a lot of excuses right now.
No, there's
and you're blaming, you're sitting here and you're blaming everybody else.
No, I'm not
instead
blaming.
of taking
Oh my
accountability.
God. I brung it to school and someone told me.
I know people who speak exactly like this too. I brung it to school. I'm not a grammar police. Like I'm not great with grammar either, but when someone says I brung it to school, that just sounds stupid. It sounds so wrong. Like, bro, oh my god.
On me because they saw me have it.
Right. So why did you bring it to school? Why are you even in possession of it? Is this helping your grandmother?
No, it's helping.
Okay, well, is it though?
Yes.
Because here we are right now.
Well, it's never got me here before.
It still got you here though.
No, the person that I never let hit my shit got me here.
Sure. Not you making the wrong decision.
No, excuse me. You're taking out the factor that someone physically came into the school.
With drugs, that would be you,
No,
yes.
no, a ton of kids do that all day long.
I know.
I'm telling you.
I know. We're dealing with it.
It's not just me.
I know it's not just you, but that doesn't, just because everybody does it, it doesn't make it okay.
Myself. You're making it very hard to talk. I know I'm already going to jail, so I just...
You're making it very hard.
I know,
I'm not
I'm
sure.
just trying to talk to...
Oh, what I want it to be for you is a learning experience.
No, it's a learning
That's what I want it to
experience,
be.
but it's also a very frustrating learning experience.
Well, when you do,
So it's not a learning
when you
experience.
do dumb stuff,
bring your
there
stuff to
usually is
school.
frustrating consequences for doing dumb actions.
Oh, I shouldn't have brought it to school.
I think.
Oh, brung it to school. That just sounds wrong. I don't even know if it's wrong. I don't think it's right, but if it is right, I guess I'm the one who's looking like a fool. But brung it to school sounds stupid. It just sounds wrong. I don't know.
There's a lot more to unpack here than you not bringing it to school.
If
that's all you take out of it, then I wish you luck in life because you're gonna have.
Yeah, no, it's brought. I'm stupid. Yeah, it should have brought it to school. That's what it'd be, not brung. Brung is not even a word, is it? I don't even know. What happened? Did she kill someone or get drugs? So it was basically she brought drugs to school and then tried to blame it on other people and said, "Oh, there's a snitch who, you know, oh, she snitched on me, bro." Oh. And try to blame it like, basically she brought drugs to school and then tries to claim that someone else gave it to her. Yeah.
Let me finish, please. If that's all you're taking out of it, yeah, I wish you luck in life because you're gonna have a hard life ahead of you.
No,
That's the best advice.
God,
The
that's
best
not-
advice I can give you is get a helmet. That's the best advice I can give you.
What?
I'm already clumsy as it is. No, I shouldn't have even brought it to school.
Stop saying brung.
Shouldn't have to begin with. So that's kind of what I'm really getting at here.
Oh, well, I'll just out now and say it.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I've said it more than once today.
Regardless of, you shouldn't have it at all, is that it's accessible to everyone.
So is alcohol. Does that mean that 2-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 8-year-olds,
No.
15-years-olds, 16-year-olds should drink?
15-year-olds do bring
Right.
I absolutely hate this person because they're the reason why they're innocent is because everyone else does it. Like what? That's like saying, well, it's kind of a plot. Oh, this is a conversation. Um, everyone speeds on the road, so it's okay to speed. That's a hard conversation, to be honest, because at least United States, it's kind of true though. If you're not speeding even 5 miles over, you're basically not a safety hazard, but you become a problem for other people. Even though technically you're not even supposed to be five over the speed limit. I don't know, that's just an interesting conversation. That's the only time I could see an exception of like, hey, everyone else speeds, it's okay to speed. Because, I mean, in a certain extent, it's okay to speed, just not too severely, obviously. At least in my opinion. Um, you brought fart spray to school and never got caught, bro. What is that even? Okay, fart spray's not even illegal, but like, what? I don't get why that's even. I never got caught with fart spray. Like, why would they ever check for fart spray? And what would they do if they found you with fart spray? Oh no! Oh no! Like, what?
Vodka to school.
So that's okay?
No, it's not.
Because, okay, so you think 15-year-olds should
No,
be
it's
smoking
also
marijuana?
not.
You understand that this is a
No,
drug, let me finish, that affects,
You don't do very well, listen.
right.
No, I know
Yeah.
I don't.
Maybe that's why you're in the
Okay.
situation you're in.
No, that's not the reason.
I think it may be a contributing factor to that. But what I'm telling
This
you,
cop's
you understand
choosing
that
to
this
speak
stuff
facts.
affects your brain development. And your brain doesn't continue developing until you're 25 years old. So now you're introducing a psychotropic drug into your development of your brain. And you're talking about how kids are smoking at such a young age and all this stuff. Right. Do you think that's why there's such a problem with anxiety and all these other things that come along with that is affecting kids at such a young age? You think this has anything to do with that?
Okay. This guy kind of proved point, but I also think that's not the full factor. I think that just school in general causes stress. Also, you know, being online is a whole world of stress that most people don't want to admit is. So, I don't know. You sprayed fart spray into the ventilation system and the entire school evacuated from the smelled. Why are you insulting me though? Okay. How am I supposed to know you did that, bro? Like I didn't think you would do that. Why? Okay. Bro is a menace. I don't know. That's ridiculously stupid idea. I don't get why you'd ever do that. It's like, dude, people like you are the problem with school because then it's like, oh, now everyone gets punished for something stupid, or oh, my day's ruined. You might like the thing is when someone like, for example, I've had been in school where like false bomb reports went off, and you're like, oh yay, I don't have school now for like a whole day, yay, and then you realize like, no, this is stupid because now everything's pushed back a day, and oh, now we're all behind, and oh, what if there was a test now? Oh, I have to wait until tomorrow. Oh, great, or whatnot. Like it can mess with people's day. Like, I don't understand why people do this stuff. They just think, oh, it'd be very convenient to not have school, but that can affect everyone. And not everyone thinks the same as you. Nerd? I'm not saying I'm excited for a test. Like, dude, no, but I'm just saying, like, when you do something like that, it just can be really frustrating. Like, put in perspective for the fart spray situation, right? It's like, well, great, I went to school just to do nothing. Like, that would be frustrating to me, the idea that I had to wake up, go to school, and basically get nothing done because some idiot decided to mess up the day. You know why that would make me angry? Because I woke up. I woke up super early just to do nothing for the day. And now it's like, oh, what a waste of a day. I could have slept in instead. But no, some idiot decided to spray stupid spray in the ventilation who thought it was funny. Like, what? Like, I don't get it. And then bro claims he does do his work. That has nothing to do with anything. Okay. I'm just not gonna try to reason with you, bro.
But this is not affecting kids' ability to process things, to deal with things, to handle things. That's another issue.
Nicotine is also a huge.
And then this idiot's also frustrating. Oh my god.
I don't necessarily know
No,
about
it's
that.
worse.
I think it
Because it
affects
makes
you.
you depressed.
Okay,
So
well,
does-
we're not
It
gonna
makes
argue.
you want to.
I am so sick of the depressed word being used. It's like I get that like I feel like the problem with this whole mental health thing is that it's like if you're sad for 5 seconds, you're depressed. People throw out the word depressed so much that it just bothers me because it has no meaning anymore. Like I just feel like 90% of people say they're depressed aren't even depressed. They're just saying it because they're sad in the moment. Like or oh, they feel life. Like oh, life has its ups and downs. They feel oh, they're down a little too often. It happens. Like oh my God, it's just so frustrating. God, and same with the whole I have anxiety thing. I mean, that's less severe because, you know, a lot of people do have it, but I don't know. It's just like the depression thing. Ugh, ugh. Where are her parents? She's an adult. She's 19. So, she technically. Ooh, I don't know. How does that work? If you're held back a couple years in school and you make it to high school and you're an adult, I mean, how does that really work? And well, the reason why I say that is, do you really need to have, like, your parents pay for? Because, you know, public school, you do have to pay. Like, do your parents pay for that still? I don't know. Or could you pay with it? Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's a
When
weird
you are
concept.
depressed, and some people even now in their 20s or 23 still frustrate about, I need that hit.
Yeah, that goes on until you're. I know people who are in their 50s that smoke cigarettes.
To weed.
Okay, then it shouldn't. Then why is it like? But that's not even the point here. The point is that like.
Oh my
like I
God,
said,
this
you're
idiot's trying to
introducing a
reason with
psychotropic
dumbness.
drug into the development of your brain. You are having lifelong effects to your brain development at this point in your life. Do you understand what that's going to do to you? I don't.
Yeah.
Think you, okay. I don't think you do, or else you
No,
wouldn't be.
I do. I just don't care.
Oh my God, this video is just making me more and more angry, bro. I get it. I get it because I'm the same way. You know, well, a lot of things. For example, I'm on online way too often, playing video games all the time, right? And you don't really think about your future because in the moment you're having fun. But when you say you don't care, to me, that just sounds like you're completely oblivious of the side effects, or you just don't care about your future remotely. And that just frustrates me because why are you if you're gonna take a bad drug or you're gonna drink alcohol at a young age, you should at least realize what it could do to your future before you do it and be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do it anyways. Don't just be like, I don't care about my future because then when you get to your future, you're gonna hate your life because you suck and you'll have a horrible life from then on, and that's just not optimal because you made stupid decisions. A lot of talk back from her. Um, yeah, I mean, to me, she's acting like a high schooler, and she's 19, bro. So, I'm not here to by the way, I should mention that, like, yeah, I understand that when you're 19, I mean, you've only been out of high school for, like, maximum a year for most people, so it's like, you're still gonna probably act like a high schooler somewhat, and also you're still in your teens, so it's like, okay, I understand that, but, like, she's acting like a freshman. That's how I feel. Like, ooh, that's problematic.
Okay, so.
I'm also still smart, so nothing really
Oh,
has.
I don't like to say that school determines your smartness. Like, oh, if you got this grade, you're smart. But if you can't pass a grade twice, you fail 2 grades, you're 2 grades behind. I don't think you have the right to say you're smart because if you had basic smartness, I mean, it could also just be her. I shouldn't say that necessarily. It could also just be motivation and whatnot. But I feel like also, well, and also, never mind. Yeah, no, this video proves she wasn't smart, so never mind. But like, I just feel like in this case, it's like if you get held back multiple years, you do not really have the right to say you're smart. You can say you're decently intelligent, but I wouldn't say you're smart. Because if you were decently smart, you would actually be able to easily pass any class you take without being held back again. And you wouldn't make these dumb decisions. So, whatever. What's your GPA? I don't know. Again, I don't think GPA determines everything. I don't think grades everything, because a lot of yes, can you be super smart and easily get A's in all your classes? 100%. That's smart. But if you get A's because you earned them, then like actually studied, that's not being smart. That's just called having a good work ethic. That's what the problem is with people. Is they say, "Oh, you didn't get an A, you're stupid." No, for some people, it's a matter of, "Hey, they just didn't put in the work." And for actually most people, they didn't put in the work and study. I mean, that's really what it is. It's not about being smart because let's be honest, for most people, you actually have to pay attention and then do some work outside of school to fully understand everything. I mean, that's just how it goes. I don't know. I don't believe in this whole like, oh, you got an A, you're intelligent thing. I think it's stupid. That voice crack? Well, I don't even know what voice crack that would be.
Up in my brain. It's just that I've had anxiety before I even smoked.
You understand that, like, we see full-grown adults that say it's not a big deal, and we're taking them to jail for the 5th, 10th, what, I know you know.
This is my first time ever going to jail.
But
This is also
the
going to
point
be my
is,
last.
if you don't
I would hope that. Here's what I'll tell you.
Because
Right.
I'm usually a
right.
good Samaritan.
Right. So here's what you gotta understand. Right. I've been doing this job. I just hit my 10-year mark. Okay.
That's amazing.
Right. Thank you. So that being said, you're not the first person, nor will you be the last person to tell me that this is going to be the one and only time they're ever arrested. Now, it's up to you to determine that outcome. What I ask for you is I hope that you make better decisions. If you don't give a crap and you're going to smoke, then you're going to increase your chances to having interactions with law enforcement.
No, I understand.
So understand that there may be a future interaction for you that may not go the way you want it to go.
I have the
Similar to
backpack.
this.
It's a welding kit thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The thing that's connected to the thing is a welding kit.
What thing is connected to what thing?
That thing that you took out of my pants.
This right here?
It's a welding kit tool.
This
What?
is a
Why?
this vape cartridge right here is a welding kit tool.
Alright, I thought she was actually like being somewhat intelligent and like understanding the situation, and then she proceeded to say the dumbest thing ever. Why would they ever fall for that? Why would they? Oh yeah, ooh, that was a welding kit tool, bro. First off, why would you ever carry that in school grounds? Name one time you needed to weld anything on in a public school setting. Never. Oh my god.
Yep.
Interesting, because it's a vape.
No, it's literally a welding kit tool. I literally got in a package.
Wait, you just said you've been doing this 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I could help you.
All the
I could help
narcotics
you.
training I've done.
I could help you. I know more about that shit than anyone else.
Oh, that's so weird, because according to slickvapes.com, the Evo VOID twist is a...
Bro, this is just embarrassing. Oh my god, she just got fact-checked in real time. According to, bro, that's crazy, bro.
Let's see,
He
a
got
vape.
it off of Amazon.
According
doesn't
to
matter.
slickvapes.com, this item right here is a vape. Is a vaporizer device.
That's really funny.
Let's see. High Mountain Imports, EVOD products. Oh, they're all vapes.
No,
Let's see. Okay.
What?
Let's see. On Amazon,
Well, you're not
they
getting
are.
it back, is the point.
No, I
Yeah.
know.
So the item itself is being advertised as all of these things. So sure, it's whatever your boyfriend wants to buy it as. You're not getting it back. Sorry.
I know.
Not sorry.
Of course you're not sorry. You're not the one in the cuffs.
Well, because we've managed to...
Also deal with a ton of people that are just like this.
No, we also manage not to do this stuff every day.
No.
Hold on.
Did I tell you to open up the door? No. I forgot the rules.
Okay.
Wait, how did she open up the door with cuffs? I'm confused.
Also manage not...
Hold on.
Did I tell you to open up the door?
I don't get what happened there at all. I have no idea, honestly. Whatever.
I'm so sorry.
Alright, if you move your hands at all while I do this, I will probably not be nearly as nice as they were.
Okay.
She was charged with unlawful possession of a controlled substance and resisting arrest. A month later, her attorney contacted the deputies, expressing anger over the charges brought against her.
What? How could you get angry on the behalf of someone? Okay. I mean, I guess it's their job, but like, oh my god, this is ridiculous.
Not you specifically, but your county charged her with a felony. Is that or is that not going to reflect her employment in the future?
It depends how the case goes.
It 100% will. It doesn't matter. If she is convicted of a felony, it will 100%
if she's...
Why are we defending this? Bro, it's an adult with drugs in high school, bro. Like, how are we defending this? How could you possibly... I never understood how you could possibly... This is what I don't understand about lawyers. How could you, like, sit and side with someone you know is guilty? For example, when... okay, O.J. Simpson, like... I mean... Okay. Basically, how could that lawyer just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna defend this guy? And well, luckily the lawyer, I mean, for him, he was actually won that for somehow. But, you know, the point is like, dude, I don't get how you could be a lawyer and actually side with someone who's a murderer or just like someone who did something wrong and then fight on their behalf and be okay with it. Like, I just couldn't live with myself at all if I knew I was defending people and got people away from jail who were committing like actual crimes.
If she's convicted, we're talking about something that we don't even know what's gonna happen.
She admitted on your body cam that it was hers, bro. She got convicted of it.
There's no way she said he said, bro.
Sir, you obviously don't know how the state of Florida works, sir.
Even if she takes a plea bargain, it's just the point. You were charging her with a felony. If the word was if, it was not that. It was if she was to be charged with a felony, it would. So it doesn't matter if she has been or not. If she was charged with a felony, mind you, this is a child in high school.
Right.
So instead, as a judgment call, you not only as a police officer, but as a man, if you have children, as a father, and as a human being,
oh my
you should have
god.
talked to this little girl and figured out how it was you could have helped her.
So can I?
Okay. I'm about to click off this video. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so stupid. This lawyer is, or attorney, same difference basically. My god. He's stupid. I get that he's trying to, like, he's actually doing his job, but like, dude, you're so stupid.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
What?
Are you a father? Do you have kids?
Oh, I sure am.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What if I called you from the school, like I do almost 3 times a week, and told you that your child is on the way to the hospital because when your child was in the bathroom or was going through school, they were offered a vape, and they hit said vape from said person, and they're now going to the hospital because they passed out and are now unconscious because they were given.
If that was going to happen, marijuana would not be legal in 24 states. So
He's not getting the point. He's just not getting the point. He's not getting the point that drugs were offered in a school setting. And as a father, you should be scared or defensive over a child getting offered drugs in a school setting. That is the whole point. And he's an idiot. He's just not listening. Exactly. This is so stupid. It makes me angry.
Sir, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, unfortunately, but as a I'm the other school resource deputy, Deputy Alakrim, but as a school resource deputy here on campus, that happens on average about once a week. So whether you listen, so let me finish.
Oh my god.
So let me finish. So like, I understand what you're saying as far as what you believe to be the truth and what you read, but as a person who's experienced it on a daily, let me finish.
Alright, this guy is almost, no wonder why this woman has an attorney like this, because the attorney is exactly like her. Just ignorance, arrogance, everything, every just horrible thing you can think of. Stupid. Like, oh my god.
Okay. I'm stating from live experiences as a school resource deputy that I've been doing for almost 6 years, the experiences that I've had. How many years were you a school resource deputy, sir? How many years were you a school resource deputy? How many schools have you been in? How many interactions have you had with students? How many students have you spoken to? Okay.
Did you test any of those vapes and see that they were 100% THC?
Yes.
That these children who went to the hospital.
100% THC. Typically, it's not 100% THC. It's typically a lower percentage than that. So, and that's from experience on testing THC vapes. And if you had experience doing that, you may understand that.
That are going around, right? So it's not. It probably wasn't even a real vape. It was probably CBD with a little bit of THC, and you never know because some of them are homemade. They could have had fentanyl.
These are all typically vapes that we've had passed around. But as far as none of them appear to be homemade, but. But this is more than a one time. This is more than a one-time thing. This is not like, oh, this is one kid. I'm telling you, it's happening on a weekly basis. So, and again,
there is an age limit to be able to consume the substance, even in states where it's legal. You get what I'm saying? So it's understandable to take it from her completely 100%. But to charge her with a felony, you get what I'm saying?
No, I don't understand what you're saying. So,
well, here's my thing. I would understand if it was like an 18-year-old who's a senior who hasn't graduated yet, or a 17-year-old even, and they're like, oh, why would you charge them with a felony? Because if you're a minor and you're getting charged with a felony, or you're just a fresh adult, that's kind of evil. This person is 19. This person is above the age of someone who would be a senior in school. Which means that they have more than enough right, in my opinion, to get charged with a felony. Because they have more years of experience to know that they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. What do I think about Firefox? What does it have to do with anything? I don't know. I don't use it, so who knows.
When people are in the bathroom, yeah. Well, you actually interrupted me a bunch. Is actually what you did.
Not only that, but there are children that are doing these Juul and all these other vapes that are nicotine vapes, and they're also going to the hospital too. Have you ever arrested a child for having a nicotine vape?
Unfortunately, it's not criminalized, it's issued a citation.
They can both go to the hospital for a nicotine vape and for a THC vape. That doesn't make it any more harmful than.
So I've never, in my 6 years being here, I've never had anyone go for a nicotine vape. But I understand that there are health.
Research and look it up.
Sure.
And them Juul vapes were nearly killing children in schools, and that was from non-THC only nicotine.
Sure. I've never seen that in person, but I do understand that there has been documented incidents of nicotine having adverse effects. But I'm sitting here telling you, as a professional in this field, that I've seen it happen with THC pens and cartridges and the vapes. What I will tell you is I understand you're upset, and I understand you're acting on behalf of this person.
I'm not upset. I'm literally just trying to explain to you guys to try to help a child in the future.
Sure. So you're saying a child, but they're an adult in the eyes of the law.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Okay, so number one, she must have been a year behind, because no child that's not a year behind graduates at 19. So
Sir, how long have you worked in the school?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so then you have no idea what you're talking about. There are countless 19-year-olds. There are countless 19-year-olds here on campus.
How common is it to be held back? There's no way it's that common. At least in that school, that's crazy. I don't think I've known a single person who's been held back in my life. You know how embarrassing that would be to get held back? Because you just watch everyone you know just go move on. And then you make new friends, and they're all like, "Wait, I saw you, I saw you before. I didn't know you were in my grade." And you're just like, "Oh yeah, I was." What is the school she's from? I honestly don't know, and frankly, I don't think we need to know that because I just that stuff is. I'm glad that stuff's private because like what if someone like I don't know. The internet's weird, and they're probably harass her and whatnot, which sure. I mean, does she deserve it? Not really. I don't think most people, even if they make mistakes like this, deserve harassment. I don't believe in that from the internet, because harassment from the internet is super annoying and evil, and I have not really experienced it that much, but I've had videos that I've gotten severely hated on. I'll say that, and it's not fun. I mean, for me personally, I don't mind it that much, but I could imagine if it's like constant, that's annoying. I don't know. I'll say this: the worst I've had it, the only time I've ever gotten angry with YouTube comments was a short I did, where every single person was commenting how stupid I was, and I was making a joke in the video. Like, I wasn't even being serious in the short, and everyone took it serious. And they all commented how idiotic I was, and I was on vacation too, so I was like having a nice day, and I looked at my notifications, I had like 20 or 30 comments, and all of them were negative, and I was so angry. Oh my god, but that's the only time I've ever been angry at angry comments. Everything else, it's like, oh, that's funny, you're an idiot, or you just don't understand what you're talking about. Does Chrome consume too much RAM for you? Bro, I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, bro. No, it does not. I have no idea how much, how much RAM it consumes, but I'll tell you this. I know that Chrome is known for using more RAM than other places, or other, what's the word, browsers. And I heard Chrome is not the best. But I use it because I just have. I don't know. I also have a lot of tabs open. I have, by the way, let's see. I have, yeah, 3 Chromes. I have 3 different Chromes with multiple tabs, like 3 different Chrome things with multiple tabs open in each one. So, yeah, that's a lot of RAM being used, but it doesn't really matter.
18-year-olds here on campus.
So, sir,
I went to school myself. I don't.
Congratulations, as did I. I'm telling you that what you're saying is untrue, but in the eyes of the law, this person is an adult. So I understand that whatever you're trying to get across as saying that they're a child, but legally they're an adult. Legally they're an adult. Legally they're an adult.
The point of this call was that a police officer, which was you, probably, was in that office and charged her with a felony. There was also a principal and some other administration that was in that room.
Okay.
Whoever spoke to her and found that THC or whatever on her could have gave her an opportunity and said, listen, we're going to confiscate.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'll hear him out. I'll hear him out for a second.
And we're going to destroy them. You come to school one more time like this, or if we catch you, we will be watching. Then you will be charged with a felony, okay? That is exceptional. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying to give her a free fucking pass.
Yes, you are. Oh my god, this guy is literally saying that. He's literally like, he's just saying don't get charged at all. I don't get it. Like, why?
Give everybody a free pass. What I'm saying is that police officers back in the day used to be a part of the community. They used to help. Don't make a child hate you as a police officer for no reason.
Oh, it's not even a child. This guy's stupid. Oh, dude, this is so ridiculous. Not even a child.
In the world. Do you not already walk out of your door every single day and fear that your life could already be at risk? Don't you think that enough people already dislike police officers? So now you want to go and make this little 19-year-old girl also dislike police officers. Then 5 years down the road, she's got baits again. Now she knows she's going to jail, and you're never going to give her a chance. And then she does something hostile.
Can I ask you?
Your own fault for not taking care of the situation properly.
This attorney is so stupid. It's actually incredible. He's like so persistent with viewing everything the wrong way. It's just, yeah, that's ridiculous.
Ask you where the accountability is for her.
Back when the police, and you can look.
You know, if the guy behind the phone was going to court, then he'd be slammed down 100%.
This up yourself. Yeah. Educate yourself, please. The original police force in the United States, when it was the 13 colonies, was elected officials of a community.
What are you talking about?
It was not about taking someone to jail. It was about fixing the problem in the community. You taking this little girl to jail.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I almost get where he's coming from. I almost get where he's coming from in the sense that, yes, is it extreme to give a felony for this? Kind of. I do agree, kind of. That felony for this is a little ridiculous. But at the same time, it's an adult on school grounds with drugs. That's horrible. Those sentences, that sentence is just not, it's not good. Like, it's just everything wrong is in that sentence. Which makes it more of a, to me, it makes more sense to charge her with a felony. Because imagine if she dealt those drugs as an adult to minors. We'd have a bigger problem.
Not end the vape sales in Florida. You didn't fix anything other than punishing this little girl. You didn't fix the problem.
So are you saying, hold on, okay. So are you saying, so you want me to treat her more, you want me to teach her morals. So you want me to, well, I mean, where's the accountability in this situation? What about her actions? What about the actions of her guardians? What about the actions of everybody else? Why does this 100% fall on me to be a parent when they're not my children? I'm going to do, let me finish. Okay, sir, have a good day. I'm sorry. I'm done talking to you because you're not even allowing me to respond to you. What we're going to say to you is, we're law enforcement officers. We have a job to do. Our job is to protect the safety of the campus. Okay. We also have. Let me finish.
Oh my god! 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 Yeah, no, that cop, by the way, I respect that cop so heavily because he basically said every single thing right. Like, he said everything right. He did help handle the situation perfectly, in my opinion. And frankly, that is probably the best cop I've ever seen in my life. Well, from one of these videos. But yeah, no, this is just sad. What's the next video? One more video. Also, most replayed moment is right here. Okay. Alright, let's turn off captions. I've been wanting to do this. Top 3 videos with disturbing backstories. I love these videos. Over 3 hours of useless Fallout New Vegas facts. Why does that have 10 million views? Okay. I'm getting distracted. And why is that recommended? I don't know. I have not played Fallout New Vegas in over a month. Actually, no, that's not true. Okay, it doesn't matter. No, but I always like watching these because they're always like super creepy and like when you look at the photos and know the story, it's like, oh my god, it just like gives you the chills. You're like, oh my god. And so it's very interesting. Do you remember the short that people were bombarding you in? Yeah.
Today, I'm going to share 3
I don't remember what it's called. Yeah, whatever.
Progressively more disturbing stories, and at the end of each of them, I will share the photo that is famously associated with that story. But before we get into those stories, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right place, because that's all we do, and we upload once a week. So, if that's of interest to you, please offer to give the like button acupuncture, but then after
you know what's crazy? It says includes paid-promotion.
Needles in their back,
it disappeared. I was gonna click on it to see what it was, but whatever.
You stick
That's
the
cool.
moxa to the end of the needles.
Let's skip this. A crush on a cruise.
Just after 6 p.m. on December 27th, 2015, a woman named Sarah Robinson was getting ready inside of her cabin on the 7th floor of a massive cruise ship. She and her boyfriend were going to dinner that night with Sarah's parents in one of the restaurants on board the ship. And in fact, this entire trip, this whole vacation...
You know, I just want to say this. I want to start off by saying, what is there to do on a cruise? Like, it sounds fun at first. Like, oh, wow, I'm in the water. There's lots of, like, just... I don't know. I can't think of what to do. Like, you get a nice view of the ocean. You might stop at some cool islands. But, like, at a certain point, it's like, what do you do? Because you're confined to a certain space for a week or more. That's gotta be really annoying. I don't know.
Was actually a big gift from Sarah's parents to Sarah and her boyfriend. And so far, the trip had been totally amazing. I mean, all 4 of them, Sarah, her boyfriend, and Sarah's parents, had got to go swimming and drink great drinks and have great food, and it was just like a total dream. But now, they only had 1 night left, tonight, and they wanted to make the most of it. And their plan was to go to the big buffet that the ship offered, and just totally indulge on the amazing food, and just have some laughs, share stories, and then the next day they'd wake up in the Florida port that they left from, and the trip would be over. But for now, they had this 1 dinner left. And so, after Sarah and her boyfriend were all ready, they left their cabin and they met Sarah's parents out in the hallway, and then Sarah led the way towards the stairwell that would bring them up to the 10th floor where the restaurant was that they were going to. Once they reached the 10th floor, Sarah could see right in front of her the entrance to this restaurant. And so she, her boyfriend, and her parents, all behind her, began walking towards the restaurant. And to get there, they would have to walk past this sort of lobby right in front of the restaurant, where there was this elevator bank that would go down to the lobby and all the other floors. And so, Sarah and her family, they walked past these elevators, and as they did, Sarah began to hear what sounded like rain hitting the outside of the ship. But that didn't make any sense because that whole day the weather had been beautiful and clear, and Sarah, when she heard this sound, she instinctively kind of looked around the corner out one of the windows, and she looked out into the night, and it was still clear and beautiful out. So this could not be rain. And so Sarah, she turned around and she looked at her boyfriend and her parents with a sort of quizzical...
Okay, I know this is a little off topic, but how could you possibly steer a massive cruise ship? Like, think about it. You have to dock it. How the hell are you able to dock that and remotely be, like, accurate on where you dock it at? Like, it's like driving, like, the most massive truck in the world. Like, it just feels like there's no way you could be able to move all of that with just one steering wheel. I don't even know how boats work. Like, how do you move a cruise ship with a steering wheel? How does that even make sense? There's no wheels. I don't know. It's a lot of questions I probably won't get answered unless I research. So I'll just save it for another time.
Look, being like, do you hear this? Like, what is that sound? And they clearly had heard it too, and were looking back at her like, I don't know. But before they could even start to discuss whatever this was, a woman who they didn't know, who was standing near these elevators as well, began to scream. It would turn out, just a few minutes before this woman began to scream, the cruise ship's chief electrician, 66-year-old Jose Sandoval Opazo, had begun doing routine maintenance on the elevators that were located a few floors below the 10th floor, but still within that same elevator bank that could bring you up to the 10th floor where that restaurant was. And while Jose was performing this very routine and quick maintenance on the elevator, something strange happened. But to understand why this happened, you need to understand a little bit about Jose and the other electricians on board this cruise ship. So there was oftentimes a lot of very quick and easy maintenance that would need to get done on these elevators, which would involve going into the elevator shaft to do it. But again, these are very short bursts, in and out, very easy to do. All the electricians know how to do it. And the procedure was to actually fully shut down that elevator, like completely, and then go inside and do the maintenance, and then go through the process of starting the elevator all over again. But that was so disruptive to the flow of traffic on the ship each day, and it was just kind of a hassle. And so Jose and the other electricians had come up with this sort of workaround that didn't require them to shut down the elevator.
I thought this was going where it was going. He's gonna get crushed by an elevator. Oh no.
Because again, that was just a huge pain and they didn't want to do it. And so what they would do is they would wait until the elevator car within the shaft they needed to do maintenance on was at some other level, like on floor 2, and they would go into the elevator on like floor 8 and then quickly do the maintenance on the inside of the shaft or whatever it is they had to do.
No.
Or sometimes they would actually have to do repairs on the elevator car itself, in which case they would just kind of go in real quick, do the repairs, get out again. But all of it was predicated on just kind of knowing where the elevator car was in the shaft.
No,
and being really quick,
no,
in and out.
no. Oh my god. This makes me annoyed. I already see where this is going, and I just don't understand why people don't follow safety rules. Like, just because in the past you did something that was more convenient and no one got injured does not instantly mean that you will never get hurt. There's a reason why there was a safety procedure. Like, dude, oh my god.
And so Jose and the other electricians had done this many times and there was no issues. But on this day, Jose, he got into the elevator shaft to make these simple repairs. And so he actually was standing inside of the shaft on top of the elevator car that was down 2 levels down from 10. And he began making these repairs. And suddenly the car lurched into action because a guest unknowingly had walked into the elevator car and pressed floor 10. And so Jose is on this elevator car that starts moving, and before he can even figure out what's going on, the little opening that he used, the kind of service entrance into the shaft, had been covered up by the elevator car. And so his exit was now gone, and he was now relatively slowly moving up the shaft. Now, Jose would have no idea when this car was going to stop, but if it went to the top, he'd get crushed, and he knew it. And so in kind of a moment of panic, Jose attempted to step to the side to like somehow go between the wall and the elevator. It was like he had nowhere to go and he knew it, and he just took that path. But there was like an inch of space between the wall and the car. And so the second he did that, the car kept going and it sucked him down into that space and just destroyed him. And so by the time this elevator car reached its destination, the 10th floor, and that guest got off the elevator car, by this point, Jose's body had been totally destroyed, and all of his blood was dripping down the elevator shaft, splattering into the walls and hitting the ground, and it sounded like rain hitting the outside of the ship. And so that's what Sarah and her family were hearing. And then the reason that woman started screaming is she was the first one who turned and saw all this blood coming down the front of the elevator doors. Medics would arrive quickly on the scene, but there was nothing they could do. Jose was deceased.
Oh my god. Wow.
Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. Today, I'm going to
Wait, what? Did it just... Wait, no. No. Okay, I didn't realize.
Old college student named 2 p.m.
That, by the way, the last story is just disgustingly... Oh, that's disgusting. The fact that... Oh my god, the last story, the idea that there's blood just splashing down and sound like rain is just not something I want to hear ever again.
At around 2 p.m. on September 24th, 2017, a 17-year-old college student named Sanjay climbed up onto this boulder that was right off to the side of this hiking trail that he was on. Sanjay was on a day trip with about 20 of his friends from college, and they were in this part of southern India that was really famous for its long, winding trails and all these boulders that kind of sat off to the side of the trails. And then at the end of these trails that are in this part of India is this beautiful ancient Hindu temple that a lot of people will go and take pictures in front of and go inside of. And so that was where Sanjay and his friends were ultimately headed, was this temple. And from the boulder that Sanjay had just climbed up on, he looked up the trail, and from his view now, which was now slightly higher, he could actually see just barely the top of this temple. And so he was really excited about going to see it, and he couldn't believe how close they were. But as he was standing on this boulder, staring at the top of the temple, he also realized that kind of off to the side of the temple, basically right next to it, was this beautiful pool of water with a big wall around it and cement steps leading into it. I mean, it kind of looked like a swimming pool. And so because Sanjay...
Why do I feel like that, the way he worded that, it kind of was like a swimming pool concerns me, because I feel like it's something dangerous suddenly. I feel like he's gonna jump in there and die.
And his friends had been hiking all day to this point.
Why do I feel
and
that?
It was really hot out. Sanjay really liked the idea of going swimming. And so he actually jumped off the boulder and just started running towards the temple and this pool. And he was yelling to his friends as he did, like, hey, I'm going to go swimming. And so he ran, not to the temple, but to this random pool of water that was next to it. And he got to the steps and he immediately took off his shirt and he pulled his phone out of his pocket and he put it on the steps. And then he walked his way into the water and turned around, hoping to see his friends coming after him. And sure enough, all of his friends were smiling and laughing and running after him, ripping their shirts off, putting their phones down, and jumping in too. And so pretty soon, this very quiet, peaceful pool next to this temple was packed full of very rowdy and crazy college kids. Now, to be clear, this pool of water was not intended to be a swimming area. It was dug about 300 years earlier for this temple, and many people began to view this pool of water as sacred because they believed it could cure diseases. And so what Sanjay and his friends were doing was totally taboo and not allowed. But
so it's taboo. That doesn't. But what? Okay, I don't know.
I can promise you, Sanjay and his friends did not care. They were having a great time. And in fact, Sanjay was having such a great time that when he turned around and looked back up the steps they'd all charged in on, he saw one of his friends, whose name was Vishwas, was standing up out of the water reading what looked like a plaque about this pool of water. And Sanjay hated the idea of one of their buddies not getting to experience this fun. And so...
What? Okay. That just makes me angry.
So Sanjay, a little out of pocket, yelled out to Vishwas, like, hey, stop reading that and get in the water. Let's go. What are you doing? And Vishwas was obviously kind of embarrassed to be called out so publicly in front of the, 19 other kids that were there. They're all looking up at him expectantly now, like, yeah, get in here, man. And Vishwas, he's like, Okay, fine.
What
And
was
so
the
he
sign
took off
say?
his
I
shirt,
guarantee the sign's gonna say, there is micro, like, organisms that are very contagious and can somehow enter your butthole and infect you. I don't know.
his phone down as well, and he got in the water with all of them. And very shortly after he did that, Sanjay kind of forgot about him and decided, hey, this would be a great time to take a photo of everybody here, you know, memorialize this amazing trip. And so Sanjay, he waded over to the steps, he grabbed his phone, he came back towards the group, and, you know, he's looking at this big rowdy crowd of his friends who were totally not paying attention to him. And he's saying, hey guys, come over here. I want to take your photo. You know, gather up. I'll take a photo of all of us. And so it took a couple of minutes, but eventually, you know, all these kids got in frame, and Sanjay, you know, he held the phone out, made sure everybody was there, and they all smiled, and he took a picture. And then after he took the picture, Sanjay put his phone back on the steps and returned to just splashing and goofing around with his friends. About an hour later, Sanjay and his friends had left the pool and were now in the temple and were just walking around exploring. But eventually, Sanjay just got tired of looking inside the temple. It was not very interesting to him.
Okay.
And so he eventually just went outside again and sat down on this low wall that was right outside the temple. And because he knew his friends would not be done for at least, 15 or 20 minutes or so, he just pulled out his phone and began kind of scrolling through social media and, doing what we all do on our phones. But eventually, Sanjay opened up his photo album to look at all the photos he had taken during the hike in, and then also that picture in the pool, and then also some pictures he took inside of the temple. And so he pulls up his pictures and just kind of starts scrolling through them, and he eventually reaches the photo that he took, selfie.
Why do I feel like it's gonna be a story of some creepy man in the background that was not part of the group? Oh, I'm not ready for that.
Style in the pool with all of his friends together. And so he opens that picture up and he looks at it and he smiles because it definitely was the best picture he took. He got all his buddies in frame. Everybody seemed so happy. But as Sanjay was looking at this photo, he realized there was something odd about it. There was just something in this photo that just seemed like it shouldn't be. And as he looked more closely at it, the smile on his face faded.
Wait, what?
And he began to panic just a little bit. He didn't know if what he was looking at was real or not, but he knew.
What did he see?
He had to go find out. And so Sanjay put his phone away.
Come, let me look at this photo again. I don't really see anything. What did he see that I'm not seeing? I don't know.
There was just something in this photo that just seemed like it shouldn't be. And as he looked more closely at it, the smile on his face faded, and he began to panic just a little bit. He didn't know if what he was looking at was real or not, but he knew he had to go find out. And so Sanjay put his phone away, and he looked up and began looking around outside the temple at all the other people who had left, and many of them included his friends. And they were walking around, talking in groups or whatever. And Sanjay, he began looking at all of his friends, and he would stare at their faces. He was looking for something, but he didn't see what he was looking for. And so after scanning the entire outside and not feeling satisfied, Sanjay got up and speed walked back into the temple and began going into each and every room, looking at every single person he encountered. And when he would find one of his friends, he would stare at their face. And when he didn't find what he was looking for, he just kept on going to every single room until finally he reached the last room of the temple and he found the last of his friends and he looked at their faces and still he did not see what he was looking for. And so now Sanjay is truly panicked. He's actually horrified at this point. He runs back outside and he finds their college professor who had come along to sort of chaperone the trip. And he ran up to this professor and he pulled out his phone. He opened up that photo of them in the pool and he showed the professor what he had found. And Sanjay pointed out the strange thing about this photo. And so the professor, he began looking at the photo too, and right away, he also could see this very strange thing that seemed very out of place. And so the professor asked Sanjay a few follow-up questions, about like what Sanjay had done since discovering this. And after Sanjay said, I've been all over the temple, I still can't figure it out. And so the professor knew the police would have to get involved.
Wait, what? I looked at the photo. What did he... Okay, I don't know what he saw. I'm so confused.
So the professor got in touch with police, and so the police came out to the temple not long after that. And the students, so Sanjay and all of his friends, had been instructed to stay right by the temple. Do not go down to the pool. Stay up here. Let the police handle it. And so when the police came in, they came running by the group, and Sanjay and his friends were just kind of watching anxiously, waiting to see what happens. And then as the officers went down to the pool, from where Sanjay and his friends were standing, they actually did not have a clear view. The temple itself blocked their view, so they could not see the pool. But they could hear what the officers were doing. And at first, as Sanjay and his friends are standing there really nervously, they don't hear anything down at the pool. But then they hear one of the officers shout something out, like he's found something, and then Sanjay and his friends heard all this splashing as clearly officers were jumping into the pool. And it was at this moment, when Sanjay heard that splashing, that he knew the thing he saw in this photo, it had to be real. As horrible as that was, it had to be real. The reason why Sanjay's friend, Vishwas, was not in the water with everybody else, why he was up reading that plaque about the history of this pool, was because Vishwas did not know how to swim, but he didn't tell anyone. Nobody knew this. And so he was probably kind of embarrassed about it, and so maybe was reading this plaque as sort of a way to, act distracted, like the plaque is the reason he's not swimming. But then when Sanjay, who meant no harm by this, but he yelled out to Vishwas, "Hey, come on, dude, get in here. Come swimming with us." Because he did it so publicly in front of all the other friends, it seems like Vishwas felt very pressured into getting into the water. And that's what he did. Instead of telling anybody that he could not swim, he just kind of shrugged, took off his shirt, pulled his phone out of his pocket, put it on the ground, and waded into the water. And as soon as he did, the entire group just kind of went back to goofing around and splashing and being totally chaotic. And then when Sanjay was like, "Hey, let's take that photo," he really did manage to get all of his friends in frame somehow. Except one of them was Vishwas, and you can only...
Oh. I didn't... Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's depressing to look at. I don't know, it's like something like that gives me the chills because... Wait. If you're in selfie mode, you can literally see the camera in front of your face. I don't get how you didn't notice that. Wow.
Only see the top of his head. It's because he was drowning in the background of that photo, just nobody knew it. And so obviously an hour later, when Sanjay's looking at this photo, he sees the top of Vishwas's head, and he's like, wait a minute, is he goofing around or is he drowning? And then he ran all around the temple looking for Vishwas. He wanted to prove that he was not in the pool still, that he was up here. But then after searching the entire area and not finding Vishwas, he went to his professor, they called the police, and the discovery was made. And unfortunately, by the time police pulled Vishwas out of the water, he was already deceased.
I mean, he could have just looked in the water for him. I don't know. I don't know how deep the water was. So sad. That's tragic, because, like, it just proves that, like, you died because no one really cared to pay attention to you. You were just irrelevant. Like, that's really sad.
Late on the morning of June 27th, 1957, a 25-year-old Austrian mountain climber named Kurt Diemberger plunged his ice axe into the deep snow ahead of him and then used the axe to pull himself up and over a big ice clump. Kurt was totally physically and mentally exhausted by this point and only wanted to stop for like 2 seconds just to catch his breath. But he knew that was just not an option. Kurt and his climbing partner, a 32-year-old man named Herman Buell,
Bro, these photos
were
are
climbing
actually
one of the
great.
tallest mountains in the world called Chogolisa, which is located in northern Pakistan. And they were doing this climb all alone. It was just those two, and they had virtually no safety equipment. Now, for reference, this was not normal. Anybody who climbed Chogolisa did so with Sherpas and guides and oxygen masks. I mean, this was a dangerous climb, and so serious measures had to be taken to ensure it was safe. But Kurt and Herman felt like, nah, that takes all the fun out of mountain climbing. There has to be, like real...
Okay, so the common theme of what this is going to be in this video so far is people don't follow the safety precautions because it's too inconvenient. Why is there safety precautions? Because it's for safety. Like, oh my god. I guarantee these people are going to die.
To be worth doing. And also, critically, Kurt and Herman were well aware of the fact that if they successfully climbed Chogolisa with no safety equipment, so what they were planning to do, that would be a new world record. Because nobody had ever done that before on this mountain.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you're stupid. Yes, is it cool to start a world record? Of course. But, like, dude, you have to realize that, there's a reason why no one did it before. Like, oh my god.
And so that felt like a really cool reason to go for this. And when they began their journey a few days earlier, when they began the climb, it had still felt like a great idea because the weather forecast was perfect for the rest of the time they expected to be on the mountain. However, earlier that morning, Kurt had turned around to talk to Herman, and he noticed off to the south was a kind of ominous dark cloud making its way toward them. Now, obviously, when you're on the ground and you look up and you see a dark cloud, you think, okay, it might storm, or it's actively storming. You know, maybe it's rain, maybe it's snow, but you know, it's probably not a big deal unless it's like a tsunami or a hurricane or something, but dark clouds are just not really a big deal. But when you are 4 miles up one of the most treacherous mountains in the world, you got no other people with you, you got no safety equipment, and you see a dark cloud coming your way, yeah, that's terrifying. Because storms have been killing mountain climbers basically for as long as mountain climbing has been a
Wait,
thing.
really?
And so
I did not know
when Kurt
this.
and Herman saw this cloud, even though the weather forecast had been good, they knew that there was a real chance a storm was going to hit them before they reached the summit. And so they had to make a choice. Abort the mission now, go back to camp, and potentially give up on this climb altogether, thereby not getting the world record. Or they could risk it and just try to speed their way up to the summit before the storm arrived. And because Kurt and Herman were actually within about 1,000 feet to the summit when Kurt noticed this dark cloud, they decided, you know what, let's just risk it. We can get up there to the summit, get this thing done before this cloud ever gets to us. And so that was the decision they made. And it was also why Kurt and Herman knew there was no way they could slow down even for a second, because basically this was a sprint to the top. And if they slowed down, they might die. And panting and exhausted with the wind whipping up like mad, Kurt and Herman just kept moving up that mountain as fast as they possibly could. But when they got about maybe 500 feet away from the summit, so they're really close at this point, something changed. As Kurt was about to bring his axe back down into the snow to, pull himself up one more step, he suddenly realized he couldn't see the mountain in front of him. Like there was nothing. It was just pure white all around him. He couldn't even see the sky. It was like he was just in this void all of a sudden. And the reason for this is because that dark cloud had caught up to them. They were literally inside of the cloud. That's what
I cannot imagine being inside a cloud. That is next level of, that is something called experiencing nature firsthand. Oh my god. So they're basically inside the snow that's being made. That's crazy. That's actually, oh my god, that's like, oh my god. I can't even imagine. That's so cool. Well, it's also scary, obviously, but...
where they couldn't see anything. And so from behind Kurt, even though he can't see anything, he could hear Herman desperately screaming up to him, "Hey, we've got to turn around right now!" And Kurt obviously knew, yeah, it's too late. We are not going to make the summit. We got to go. Kurt knew Herman was right. I mean, this is an absolute crisis. If the storm that's basically brewing all around them didn't kill them, certainly the result of the storm would. I mean, all the snow that's going to land is going to fill in their tracks, and it would be nearly impossible to find your way.
Oh my god, what was it titled? Let me look. Tracks in the snow. Yep, they're going to be lost in the mountains.
And so this was like, we totally miscalculated. Turn around and get out of here as fast as possible. And so that's what Kurt and Herman began to do. As fast as they could, they began going down the mountain, following along their tracks they had left on the way up. And pretty quickly, Kurt and Herman began making serious progress. And so Kurt was starting to feel optimistic that, maybe they had managed to escape this just in time. But right at that moment, the ground underneath Kurt began to vibrate. Then Kurt looked down,
It's an
and even
avalanche.
though his visibility was basically nothing, he could tell from his legs that the ground was basically shifting underneath him. And then suddenly Kurt felt this feeling that you get when you're on like a carnival ride and you're dropped, that feeling in your stomach that you're falling. He got that because the ground underneath him just gave way.
What?
It was an avalanche. And so in absolute desperation, Kurt, who knows he's about to be sucked into an avalanche, he just jumped like as far away from the mountain as he possibly could, kind of.
I don't know if that's a smart idea, to be honest. If you jumped as... Oh, dude. Why? It's all snow. No, because, if you look at this picture, there's still rock under snow.
At an angle to the right, like he was leaping up and out of the avalanche and over to the right.
No way that works.
But you got to remember, he's on this really steep slope. This is not like jumping on flat ground where you jump up and just return to where you jumped from. He's on a slope.
Oh my
So when
god.
he jumped out and to the right, it was like he was jumping off a building. He fell something like 30 or so feet before he hit the ground again. But when Kurt hit the ground, he kind of expected to be gobbled up by the snow and keep being sucked down the mountain, but he wasn't. he hit the ground and didn't move. And then he kind of sat up and he looked around and he realized he had successfully jumped out of the avalanche. He had done it. He saved himself. And so he began looking around. You know, the visibility is still terrible, but it's a little bit better because now the avalanche has basically gone down the mountain. You know, the storm is kind of passing, and so the visibility is decent. And, you know, Kurt, he's looking around, screaming out for Herman. He doesn't see him. And then it's like suddenly the visibility just opened up, and Kurt was able to look to his left where the avalanche had gone. And as he was looking, he saw what looked impossible. Basically, the land where they had been walking down this mountain was gone. It was like the avalanche had removed that part of the mountain. And so Kurt is basically laying in the snow on the edge of a new cliff and basically broken away the mountain. And so he's looking into this crevasse where the avalanche went and thinking, I can't believe how lucky I am, but I gotta go find Kurt.
that photo, oh my god, that photo's creepy. I don't like that photo remotely.
And so Kurt stands up, and he's pretty battered from this 30-foot fall.
Please
but he's
move
got
off.
adrenaline pumping through him, so he feels pretty good. And he scrambles his way 30 feet back up the mountain to this ridgeline where he originally jumped out of the avalanche, you know, hoping when he got up there that he might find some sign of where Herman went to, because they were pretty close together when the avalanche started. But when he got up there was no sign of Herman, and, you know, he turned around and looked back down the mountain, and he couldn't see Herman anywhere. But when he turned back around, looking now back up the mountain, so in the direction of where they had originally intended to hike, and then where they had to come back down from when they were in the cloud, he noticed that he could see very easily their tracks, he and Herman's tracks. And so with his eyes, he just kind of tracked these tracks all the way down the mountain to where he was. And as he did this, he noticed something. At first, it was like his brain couldn't compute what he was seeing. But after a moment, he knew. Here is a photo of what Kurt would have seen. However, keep in mind, this was not a photo Kurt took, and it's also from a slightly farther away perspective. But conceptually,
I don't know
this
if I'm
really
ready to see
is
this.
what Kurt saw that told him what happened to Herman. So in this photo, you can see the mountain and the summits at the top, and there's a trail that goes straight down and then appears to diverge, where there's tracks that go to the left from our perspective, the viewer's perspective. They go to the left around that cliff line, and the other set of footprints that disappear off the cliff. Well, if you haven't figured it out yet, the footprints that go to the left are Kurt's footprints. He just magically jumped and landed on the absolute edge of where this avalanche was going to happen, and Herman is the other set of prints. And so when that avalanche started, there was nowhere for Herman to go, and he was sucked into that avalanche and dragged over 1,000 feet down the mountain, and his body was never recovered.
Wow.
Hey everybody, if you haven't heard yet, we announced some really big news recently. We are putting out a book.
Oh my god, I should, by the way, oh my god, I kind of forgot about it. I wanted to get it because this looks like a good book, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how expensive it is, but
Mr. Baldwin presents Strange, Dark, and Mysterious, the graphic stories.
Yeah, graphic stories? That sounds really good.
We have been working on for over a year. And it's our very first book, so we're all very proud of this. We think it's going to be so amazing.
Alright,
So
go check that out. Yeah, wow. This is crazy. Oh wow, this first comment, I gotta read this. Okay. I was a lifeguard for years, and I'll tell you that 100% of my rescues were completely silent. For someone who truly doesn't know how to swim, they can't even tread enough to get their mouth above water to yell for help. Drowning is not what it looks like in the movies. Okay. I didn't actually know it was, I guess that makes sense, because, like, if you don't know how to swim, you're just going to be under the water. Like, there's no, like, oh, I'm going to make it all the way to the top, and then, oh no, the wave hits me, oh no, and I'm underwater again. I guess that makes sense, because how would you know to get to the top? Okay, I'm not gonna read any more of these comments. Yeah, so that's a crazy video, but I'm not gonna lie. This is and he's got a whole what is this part what? Like there's a part 24 and that's from a year ago. This is crazy, bro. This guy has so many videos that are high quality, bro. It's like crazy. Like I need to, it's like if you don't know what to listen to, like if you don't know what podcast to listen to or what videos to watch, this is the guide, bro. He has, how many videos, by the way? Mr. Ballin has 429 videos. Like, dude, that's gonna keep you occupied for a while. I'm not gonna lie. And most of them are long. Um, RSVP, wait, he's doing a live stream? On what? I have never seen that in my life. A live stream scheduled for 14 days from now. I didn't even know you could do that. And also, the fact there's 100 level 11 people waiting right now, 14 days before a live stream, is diabolical. Why? Why? Also, I don't know. Whatever. I guess it'll notify me. I'd like to watch that. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the stream. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Can I go back to this? Yes. And have a good rest of your day or night. Peace.